I was gonna let this music play for the whole stream. Oh. Shit, this is why I got cancelled, because I pissed Ace off all the time with my antics. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The final Game On Daily Go Live show. What the I'm going to be an emotional wreck. In fact, I've actually got my shades here, just in case I start to bawling out at the end. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. It actually is it. It's not a late April Fool's joke. Samurai KBG.
I thought it was. Yep.
It is. It's sad times. But I'm sure we're going to go out with a bang. Literally, motherfucker! We got nothing to lose, bruv. Asa, man. You got to lead it, bruv. What's going on, bruv? What's going on?
No, you're right. This is the last one, and it is an emotional one because we've been doing this for I don't even know how many years now and how many episodes. But
you asked me shortly after the Series X reveal, so that was probably like January or February 2021 or 2020.
It's longer than that, but we've got Kibaji has been on here like possibly more than any other guest. Not necessarily true, but an awful lot, which is awesome. And we've had Kane has been finishing off this show for us every week for years with his legendary montages. So it's such a good fit to have him here for the last show. Gaz.
You got demonetized this. Is it? It's over. It's the last final one. And it's good to have these two gents here. Come on, man. We got Kibaji. He was the first superstar. We reached out and he came up to us, man. He was brought to us by the reveal of the Series X and his reaction. It was just been a massive support. And Kane, of course. If you don't know, creates those dank montages on this channel that we ended the shows with, and it will be the end. Finally, he's gonna end the show for this one. It's I can't believe it. Chat, shout out to all of you lovely people. You have made this show, and I'm gonna say thank yous and goodbyes at the end. This is it. I will read the super chats in a bit. One final time. But Asa, do you want to explain to people why we're ending the show? You did it very well on Twitter, but not everyone's on Twitter. So explain just briefly what's going on. Why are we quitting? Is it because of Xbox, just like someone said?
No, it's not the Series X's fault. It's not because Xbox are deteriorating and all the rest of it. It is it's a long story. We can do the abridged version though. So everyone here is probably assuming we're quitting because you're a bit of a dick and I've had enough. I'm going to surprise you all by saying that's not the case. That's actually got nothing to do. He is a bit of a dick, but no, it's all love and affection. It's just we started off Game On Daily not really to be a YouTube channel as such. It was going to be a massive social media platform, which the startings of it did appear and exist for a little time on GameOnDaily.com. And running a business and developing a platform is hard, and we were too small for it, and it didn't work out. So essentially we had to cut that off 2 or 3 months ago. It's a long story. We got fucked over many which ways, but it's happened, it's done, it's buried. So now we find ourselves at this little loose end with some things that we need to tie off.
Yeah, we have no choice really. We carried on.
No, we have, and we have had such awesome support. Like, we have been running since at least 2021, probably earlier than that, and we've just had so many thousands of people come through and be so good to us. So can't express the gratitude enough, but it is where we are, I'm afraid.
Absolutely. You, the community, we bonded over, saw through it, COVID, through the console launch, like that weird time that was COVID. I'll always remember it as Game On Daily and Go Live, because that was the only kind of social interaction we had for months, and that weird saga. And man, like, we carved out a really nice, neat space here. As Ray said, we have to end it, man. And it was quite abrupt, chat. It was just because Ace was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? We have to actually end it properly because we might get fucked. Because we have to wrap things up like through the company and whatnot. So I thought, let's just do one more. We cannot end it abruptly. It has to be a final show. And it really, to all the channel members who have supported us,
cancel immediately.
Cancel your membership. That's what I was going to say. Cancel. Shabs with your nice purple badge. Everyone who supported us, honestly, that was what was keeping it ticking for this long, by the way. Cool. So your support and your super chats actually helped. We didn't really pocket any of it. We couldn't. We were trying to keep this web platform alive, and it didn't work. But let me read these super chats. Thank you so much. Justin Budrum with a 10 says, "Hey, Gayser." Gayser? Sorry. Gayser. Cancel.
This is the last episode. Didn't want that one sticking, you know.
Oh shit! Just at the end, hey, said Gaz. Very unexpected news today, but thank you so much for creating a wonderful show. That was fun and insightful. Looking forward to what's coming up next. Wish you both the very best. Thank you so much, Justin, man. It was very, very generous. And Shabs, man, he's always been supporting us from day zero, man, with this Kupo, and he ends it. No, that's the end, but super chats with 20 quid as well with the Cooper, and he's been a member, and he's giving away so many game codes as well. So massive shout out and massive love to Shabs in the chat, please. It means a lot, and honestly, every super chat, even if you weren't here, if you turned up, it meant a lot. Shout out to Cole Eastwood, man. Oh, bro, what a $30 super chat. That's crazy. Thank you, man. Wow. I got shout out to the inspiration for my podcast, a place where I made so many friends. Love you guys. Mad love to you, man. Like, sorry you're gonna get chat today just before the show as well. I'm sure we'll speak after, but Colt Eastwood, man, bro, you supported us multiple times on the show, man. Just appearing like at the end all the time, like just last minute as well. Sometimes covering us, some getting clipped and shat on by me and loads of ponies. It was lovely, man. Mad love to you, Colt. You always be my bro. Rambling Entertained, thank you for the $5 super chat. Goes, no, now the Gaz and Ace are broken up, who's getting us in the divorce? Also say hi to Caden. Your secret son is watching with Erica. Shut up. Yo, Caden, I'm sorry, this is it, the final show. If you're watching it, I love you, man. And yeah, I think your TV's like there, so the only time I will be taller than anyone. BT Maverick, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I just want to say thank you guys for everything, and remember, everyone, it's all shits and giggles until someone giggles and shits. I haven't seen that before. Love you guys, and Asa, love you, man. And Replica, thank you so much for the £5 super chat. Goes, sad to see the show go. Good luck to both Gaz and Asa with your own channels. You know, it's Asa, you know, as much as I annoyed you, I think people will miss our dynamic was pretty fucking unique, man. You couldn't,
there's a reason that we managed to keep this show going for so long. Yeah, much as I say that you're irritating, we've had a great show, and we are so different in so many ways. But that's what people come for, innit? Hear these differences of opinions go off with that little bit of respect going on, but just a little bit.
Just a little bit. It was diminishing for Asa. It was like a string at the end, but it was still there. It was still there, man. Just James 93, thank you for being a member for 6 months, man. Cancel that membership because this is over. Guys, how do you grow a beard like that? Mine is just shite. I'm fucking 30. Can't grow nothing, for God's sake. Use
genetics.
I have the same question.
I guess it's freaking genetic, but my beard's not that good compared to some other people. Look at Kane's beard. It looks sexy, bro. All square and shit. Oh, look at him, bro. No one stares at themselves in the mirror as much as Kane does.
My skin, all I can get is peach fuzz, man. That's it.
Oh, man. Try to use some beard oil, rub it in there to, accelerate the growth.
Yeah. Maximize your potential.
Testosterone.
Just make his face shiny.
Do it. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna do it right now. VK Andrew, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Guys, check on your boy Tim. He's tweeting non-stop and threatening to beat everyone up. Phil Spencer destroyed that poor man. Go give him a hug. Yo, he's joined the pony stables. I ain't giving him a hug. He's part of the enemy. Shout out to Tim Dog, man. Like, that guy is a character. Say what you will about him. He is a character, and he's going through a different phase. He's transitioning to a PlayStation guy. Gamsley, thank you so much for the $30 Canadian, man. Because you guys are the best to ever do it. Whatever is next, I have no doubt will suit you both. We'll all follow wherever. Oh, man. I'm going to put my shades on now. Wherever the journey takes you guys.
That's it. End super chat. Thank you, Gamsley.
I rate the show better than Potato. That means a lot. Ranting Greek Gamer, thank you so much for the super chat. And this guy's been such a nice guy, been massive support of our channel as well. Such a nice guy as well. And it was lovely to have him come on the show just a couple of weeks ago. My Pakistani brother from another mother, you guys will always be the best show on this earth, period. Sagapo, man. I don't know what that means, but Elena Nakonome Erotas is what I'll say to you. Shabs, thank you so much for the £10 super chat. Thank you for all the great Saturday evenings. The best thing to wind down after a long, hard weekdays. Thanks to you both. I've met amazing people here and amazing guests. Thank you so much, Shabs. Deadly Headley, your co-hosts are here, and I'm pretty sure you met them here. Thanks for everything, lads. Gonna miss the show so much. Love you guys. See you on the battlefield. Halo, not Twitter. 1v1 me, bruh. Danny Passion Official with a shock face. Don't worry. You can be shocked when I complete Sekiro, finally. The Dark Knight! Man, you won one of the earlier kind of appearances and on the channel as well, the incredible skits. Sad times, GoLive is ending. Lots of fond memories appearing on the show and making friends with Gaz and Asa. GameOnDaily got me through some rough times. Best of luck with your future journeys, man. Thank you so much, Dodge. We'll stay in touch, man, because we got memes to make. Danny Passion, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. At least you guys are saying goodbye. RDX didn't. Yeah, well, hopefully Dealer will make a comeback soon. Did have a chat with him, so he seems to be doing better, so hopefully he will come back soon. And it's Dad, Hoggy Johnny, man, who's been a massive supporter for us and member of this team. And you were on last week. It's a somber day. To all our fans, thanks for supporting us all these years. May the source be with you always. Hoggy, you are always a character, and you are a character on multiple shows for a reason, man. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, all of you, for your support. It's gonna be some emotional time. Baby, we gotta talk about games. This is what you're here, man. This is what we're here. We'll tell you what the plans are at the end. We have some very exciting stuff, but definitely not on this channel. Not for now, anyway. Well, chat, gents, this is it. The final one. We can do whatever the fuck we want. We can't even talk about games. We can tell them to piss off and just go home right now.
I've nothing to lose.
Thank you for the super chats. Fuck you guys. Bam. God, nah, man. Come on, we gotta end it with some gaming topics, Mo's. And finally, I'm glad that the gaming news actually released something this week. What a way to end the show. If it was dead, then it'd be really freaking bad, dry way to end the show.
I mean, it might have been neat because then you could have just reflected on a lot, over the years and everything. So,
which we will do today as well. We will do.
We won't. I remember
some reflection.
nothing.
I remember.
First of all, let's talk about this one. Super chat. I can do the timestamps at the end. Good. Do it the hard way. Helldivers sign-in controversy, man. What the hell is this? Helldivers, the darling of the PC gamers, like Kane, the piece of shit.
I'm a huge PC gamer.
That's the only gamer you are. You don't have a PS5, do you?
No, I haven't on a console since Xbox 360.
A console?
Yeah, man. What the hell? PC Master Race piece of. It was just the place where everyone
like the opposite of me.
And so the sign-in controversy. So for the people who don't know, after God knows how many weeks after the release, the is it Avalanche? Oh, my brain's gone dead now.
The developer?
Yeah.
Arrowhead. Yeah.
This is how. Yeah, I've lost it. Before the dementia set in. Goodbye. Helldivers 2 is now mandating that you connect your PlayStation accounts, even on PC, which stirred the hornet's nest. So much so that the game's review from overwhelmingly positive, whatever Steam says, bam, down to negative. I don't know where it's sitting now. Maybe Kane can check.
32 or something like that. It went from 90 something, which is like very
crazy.
positive. Yeah, crazy positive, to 32, which is awful. It's like it's even worse than latest Battlefield reviews. You know the.
Oh man.
Yeah,
but
so
you're a PC gamer primarily.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? Is this a big deal? Like,
okay, so let me say
Do we need to give chat the context or no?
that's the context, huh?
So usually
the context that's getting bad reviews. Do you know why it's getting the bad reviews?
Because
I do.
Feature, which I just spent freaking 5 minutes introducing.
No, you didn't. You just said, okay, so there's PC stuff, but you have to connect the game to PlayStation Network now. So
yeah, you have to make a PSN account.
I said that.
I didn't hear that. My bad.
He did.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, but yeah, like essentially you have to make a PSN account to play the game, which is, I mean, PC gamers are furious with such things because they hate Ubisoft launcher, they hate EA launcher. They only want to use like buy games on Steam and then just one click and the game will turn on. You don't have to use any other programs. They get furious when that happens, and usually games with like extra launchers they get review bombed. So it's been like that for a while.
So what do you think? Do you think it's reasonable?
Do I think it's reasonable? I mean, to be honest, I think the community manager on the studio, he said it just takes you like a few seconds to make an account.
Yeah, he was dismissive about that.
Yeah, so if you don't like that, stop playing the game, review bomb our game. Like he admitted that, like actually out loud said, leave a negative review, speak your opinion, and refund the game if you don't like that. Which is, to me, like it's bitter. Like why? Like they have like such a supportive community, and they always like the community support the game, like especially PC gamers, they support the game from the get-go, and now they're switching up on them and they tell them they're just to essentially
that's why it feels a little shit though, doesn't it, KBG? Like they didn't bring it at the start, and then you're like, oh yeah, because we were liking the numbers and didn't want to, and then bam!
Yeah, and now all of a sudden, just have to make an account. I mean, to be honest, he is kind of right. Like it only takes a second. If you really love the game, a few seconds won't like take.
Yeah. So, like, I see like somebody saying, "Keep you wanted gas."
He should have approached it in a better way, in a kinder way to the community.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I admit I hear him saying that, and I'm kind of like, it's a situation. It's out of our control, and like I get it. If it makes you guys mad, understandable, But like I think a lot of folks wanted him to just go, "Oh, we're sorry, guys. We'll completely backpedal that and tell PlayStation to do that. Don't worry, we'll figure it out." But it's just like as things go on in the world, it's just not that simple. And to me, I'm literally the same boat. Like it's just, I was just talking with a friend about it this morning, and who could see both sides, and I'm of the opinion, I'm like, it just takes less than 5 minutes, and you only do it once. But there's a but. What he was bringing up, and I'm like, that's a really good point, Taylor. And he's like, you know how many freaking network or whatever it's called, the freaking hacks that have happened with PlayStation security? Like there's so many break-ins that have happened with that for users or them worldwide and everything, and to force Steam people to have to connect with that. And I was like, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. But I think the main part I agree with is what Gaz was saying, which is, if this was something you were going to do it out of the gate. Why didn't you do it out of the gate?
But the biggest, I think, point I think for this Ace is a lot of people are saying that PlayStation PSN isn't actually available in many regions as well. So would that not lock you out from playing the game?
That's a serious issue.
Like I think the numbers are like on Microsoft. Sorry, I think it's like about 190 countries or something like that, and PSN is only available like in 70 countries in comparison.
Oh damn! I don't know.
Yeah, it is a huge difference. Yeah, in my opinion. So
what does that mean, sir? How does that work?
Players, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things about it. The first one is the game actually was supposed to launch with this requirement, and the Steam store said that the requirement was there. And literally, when you booted the game up, it gave you a splash screen that told you need to link a PSN account in order to play this game. Was there. But on about day 2, they introduced a skip button because it wasn't working for a lot of people. So the requirement was always planned and always there, but that doesn't necessarily make it okay. And what they've gone and done is they've left this skip button on, they've let people ignore it for several months, and then they've come out and done the worst possible thing, which is to say, like, we're going to have you link it now, and the reason is that it makes it easier for us to ban you. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Like, if you're a PC gamer and you've got this opportunity,
I saw your tweet on that.
What do I get for linking my PlayStation Network account? Oh, you can ban me from playing the game that I paid for. Like, what kind of message is that? How stupid was it? If that's a cover story for anything, it's the worst cover story that I've ever heard. But it is like, that's what they're doing. This other issue, these many countries that can't get PlayStation Network accounts, that sucks, and they shouldn't be selling the game there. A lot of people are clinging to that. People are sitting there comfy in their houses where it's not an issue for them at all and clinging to it because they just don't like Sony or whatever. But in those countries, for those people, it is a serious issue. And Helldivers devs have said they're going to try and figure that out and make work around that issue for them, but they have to refund them. So that bit is brutal and kind of inexcusable. There is a whole nother question though on the issue of banning people that cheat in Helldivers. Helldivers is a PvE game that people pay money for, so you could argue that they shouldn't be banning people anyway. Like, it's not necessarily a fair approach to someone who's paid for a game just for cheating.
That's what I was about to ask. Is there anything you can do if you're not online?
No. Yeah, unless it's not player versus player, it doesn't matter that much, to be honest.
This is the argument that a lot of people were defending the loot boxes, or not loot boxes, sorry, microtransactions. They were like, it's not pay to win, or even if it is pay to win, it's basically a PvE game, so it doesn't really matter. So this thing about cheating and stuff, like, it seems quite heavy-handed to the PC crowd, which has now lambasted this game. It hasn't really massively affected the player numbers, though, despite the reviews tanking massively.
There's an interesting thing I see in the chat here, because I think this came out this week. I might be wrong, but Dennis says it's the 7th highest grossing Sony game of all time. Without the PC crowd, it's not even in the top 20, and that's true. I think that either broke this week or last week, that it's literally like in Tony's Sony's.
Say your
so
name, man.
It's in PlayStation's like top 10 highest grossing games of all time, thanks to the PC crowd. So it's like, I don't know, maybe this is to also connect with the whole trophy idea, because that was something that happened last week and the week before, where they're like, we're going to integrate our PlayStation UI into our PC releases, and maybe that's another reason they're doing this. But that's just an interesting note that, this being on PC took this game to being that high for PlayStation, and now I don't know. I just wish they did this early on, this decision, I think.
I'm not crying.
But now Gaz is crying.
My vertigo is hit back. So the light is freaking in my face.
The thing with the PlayStation trophies integration, I think they also going to do it with Ghost of Tsushima as soon as it launches on PC, on Steam.
So what does that mean? Yeah. Ghost of Tsushima is going to get tanked as well in the reviews?
No. I mean,
no, as in by player reviews. Do you expect them to negatively review it as well?
It's not
the same, I think.
It's not the same because in Ghost of Tsushima it's a single player game where people actually hunt for trophies and stuff like that. So I've actually have friends who are PlayStation fans that also have PCs. Yeah, sadly. Yeah, and they said they're very happy about this integration because they don't like Steam's trophies or I don't know, achievements, and they want to do like some trophy hunting on PC.
Oh, that's the trophy hunting bit. But what? I guess that part of it will.
They just like it more.
For you.
I
What
don't
do if
think
you're
this
Helldivers?
decision is like what caused those reviews. I think it's the timing of the decision. Like people, like if the game started off with this, people wouldn't even be talking about it. I honestly don't think so. I think because we've seen it happen with things like Overwatch or COD or whatever, and it's like, or Battlefield, and you have to, make sure you link your EA account, blah, blah, blah. And we do it and we're done. And people will complain about it for the moment, but it doesn't affect their review. But if they eventually have to do this, and then it just, as we already said, like there's some people in other countries that can't play it now and everything, and they were already invested. So it's almost like a bait gotcha move kind of a thing. I think that's the issue here. It's not PSN account leaking, it's the timing of it.
Because people got used to it. Like they've been playing this game for a while.
Exactly,
All of a sudden, after a month, they just have to. It says you have to make a PSN account in order to play this game. So it's gonna come as a shock to them. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what do you do now though? Arrowhead, are they screwed with this low review? Do you think Sony's going to do a U-turn? I don't.
Can I just say on a personal level, I can't stand user reviews. I can't. I hate user reviews so much.
I like them
because if some shit happens like this, that it's like, wow, it was like the best game of the year, and that was the worst. Like, whatever.
But they give valid reasons. Like they don't say the game is actually shit. They just say their review is bad because of.
It's their way to let anger out. Like that's what reviews feel like to me. Like and people always look at the user score. It's terrible. I'm like, that's why I look at the critic score because it's just people bitching.
Yeah, but that's still something they can't really avoid because the optics of that are really bad. So that's could put off potential purchases.
I've heard they apologized.
I'll be very curious to see how that impacts it.
They did.
Sure.
The CEO apologized for the PSN requirement.
I'm a community manager though.
Yeah, but this is a catch-22 situation. Let's see how it develops, and we'll talk about it never because the show is dead. Let me read.
There was a fun joke too. I see Lydian Master bringing this up. Like Sea of Thieves, it's like about to be a super successful game released on PlayStation. You guys ain't complaining about linking your Xbox account.
He didn't lie to you, he didn't mislead you. Plus, you want those Xbox games badly. Xbox has treated PC gamers with respect, unlike PlayStation. Let me read some super chats. So first of all, let me go down on someone. No, let me go down the chat. Molten Pandora. My eyes are fucked right now because of this light. Molten Pandora. What will I do on Saturday evenings now? Play with yourself? No.
I was literally about to say the same thing. I was literally
Joke's on you. That's what we're doing right now.
Bro, we will find. Look, I might stream during this time on my personal channel. What am I gonna do on a Saturday? I've carved this out. I don't want to lose this space, especially with the misses. I've always said this 9 o'clock Saturday evening is my time. Although I missed out a good few nights out because of it, but you never know. I don't know, Molten Pandora. I'm sorry, man.
I mean, you've been streaming.
Huh? I'll stream.
You've been streaming this. Yeah.
I can finally finish Sekiro as well on stream. That'd be good.
The Sekiro business has been happening for like 2 years.
I know. I've been watching.
I'm almost there. I'm almost completed it. I love that game. I'm just savoring it.
Just imagine if you played Elden Ring.
Shut the I'm gonna do that next, actually, after Sekiro. Okay, it's starting with a $5 super chat. Man, this news saddens me. I think I can say this for all of us. You will be remembered. I really appreciate it. We're not dead, but I will appreciate GoLive. It's just been a part of our life. The fact that people feel like even remotely the same is crazy, man, and I'm really grateful. Shout out to K Asante, the Gaming Circle podcast. Good to have you on, brother. We had you last week. It was, it's just if you had more planning, this final show would have a little bit more pizzazz, but it is what it is. The Pews with a $5 super chat. Thanks for all the hours of entertainment. I'm a PlayStation guy, but I find you are one of the only shows that holds Xbox to task. Good luck. I love the fact that for 4 years, we still couldn't dispel and convince people that we're not an Xbox show. I guess this is how we die as well. The people still think that, Asa. We tried, didn't we? We did.
We tried.
Shut
Green
up.
did us over.
It was the green, the green
Yeah.
and white. Green and
The
white.
green and white, yeah. It's just the coloring. The branding is important, people. Red Wolf, man. Shout out to one of the nice people there. Thank you so much for being a member for 21 months. The first time I make it live is the last time. I'm going to miss you guys in this crazy, wonderful show. You brought so much laughter. Shout out to Red Wolf, man. I'm glad you can make it live for the first and last Go Live show for you. Live, man. Shout out to Red Wolf. I'm sure you know him in the community chat. Spartan661, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I was going to pay it forward with gifting memberships to others today, but seeing your notification early broke our hearts, man. Bro, that's starting to hit me now that it's just weird. It's just a weird feeling right now. Elemento Pio, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. So who's jumping ship to Helljumpers Halo Infinity when PC players are against this integration move? Nobody. Apart from Kibuji. Apart from Kibuji. Oh, man. Well, that's... yeah, come on. What do you want to say?
Well, it doesn't have to do with that necessarily, but this is totally just kind of having to do with the show and everything. It's crazy because I see somebody pointed out earlier, damn, XCast and now Go Live. What the heck is happening? Yeah, it's crazy because kind of funny this week. Like they also did some changes and got rid of their PlayStation and Xbox podcasts. They're changing things up. And then I have some buddies, the Gaming Duo podcast that they announced like last week or the week before that they're going on hiatus. So when I saw you guys do this, I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like what's going on?
What's happening with the Kind of Funny people? What, they're finishing the show?
Well, they're just changing things up. Like they're basically instead of having a PlayStation focus and an Xbox focus podcast, they're now like kind of just changing it to have a general one every day.
Okay.
It's like just a format change. They're not done, but they're changing how they're doing it. Yeah, but it's crazy that happened and this is happening. And my buddies at the Gaming Duo, just like, wow, what a crazy past 8 days.
Yeah. I mean, this was not planned or linked whatsoever. So
last minute call from Phil Spencer just said we had to stop.
Yeah,
funding's dried up. He's not going to help us out. So expect a similar announcement from Colt this week.
Oh my god! Can you imagine?
Daddy Fashion Official says, "Guys, stop! You don't have any feelings." Love you guys. That's Asa. He has no feelings. So next topic. Square Enix, man, they don't seem to be doing so well. They record extraordinary losses of 22.1 billion yen in content abandonment losses following revised development approaches. Asa, do you know about this?
I do know about this, and this was so Square Enix had already told us ahead of time that they were cancelling a bunch of projects and they were focusing their development pipeline. So rather than having lots of kind of what we would consider AA games, they wanted to really focus on a few big games and just change things up like that. So because there are too many games and most of them aren't selling, so they figured they'll push quality. And the inevitable consequences, all of those games that got cancelled, they have to write off as much money as they had spent on them. So that's what has happened.
That's a lot of money in yen. Wait, how much is that?
It's like $140 million, I think.
Is it? You know what? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, bro. ChatGPT's sick. Yo, ChatGPT, how much is 22.1 billion yen in pounds? Just can't tell me. Fucking work.
Riveting content.
22.1 billion yen is about 123 million pounds.
That's not that bad. I mean, it's bad, but that's like half.
I was
going
gonna say, yeah, it's gonna translate to something different.
I think it's also kind of their fault because they have like some decent games, like the new Final Fantasy games, releasing only on PS5, which doesn't make any sense. Like they're missing out on PC community and Xbox community.
Yeah,
willingly,
Clip
like that's their choice.
Call him a prick on Twitter. You can do it.
Bro, I don't care. That's just facts. That's so dumb. Like for missing out on two big communities. Like especially.
I think. Well, this kind of helps to bring up. I have always plug in shit here. But there's a video I did about this, about like Phil Spencer. He worked out this partnership with Square Enix and everything last year. I think that was in July that got announced. And it's just, I think it's just part of the whole direction that everything is. Like, people are starting to see how expensive games are to make now. And in order to compensate for that, they need more platforms to sell them on. And I think this whole exclusivity stuff that they've been doing with PlayStation 4, their bigger releases. We look at Rebirth and we look at Final Fantasy 16. Forspoken maybe, but that was also because that game wasn't that good at all. But like, the point is, most of their major releases have been exclusive to PlayStation, or maybe it was a Nintendo thing too. But like, I think they're starting to see we really need to be what we are, a multi-platform third-party publisher. And like, that's why they announced last year that we're going to start doing that with Xbox. Find a freaking Lee. And in Phil's own words, he's literally on stage. Finally.
Finally.
Yeah. So I hope that like that works out for them, and it works out for us because we get to play whatever, wherever. So
yeah. I think
instead of trying to hold it over people and go, yeah, look at my exclusive balls.
It's also kind of weird because few of the Final Fantasy games were releasing on all platforms, including PC, and some of them are just exclusive to PlayStation.
Just time. Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah.
I'm Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth may not be doing the strong numbers perhaps Square Enix were imagining as well, but we shall see. But we won't discuss it here because fucking no, don't do it.
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, in another weird bit of trolling news, Housemarque, they made this announcement, and I was like, ooh, Housemarque, they're going to release some Returnal 2 or some shit. They teased this announcement, and everyone in the stables got really excited. I got excited because I really like Housemarque. It's like, what was that game? Resogun was the first PlayStation game I actually platinumed. And I loved Starfield. I loved what's it called, Returnal, and I just would love something like if they did a sequel, because that game didn't necessarily do well as a result of its quite steep pricing, in my opinion. But then it turned out to be a comic. Asa, do you like comics?
I will not be reading the
it's a
Returnal
graphic
comic.
novel.
Shut the
Sorry, go ahead.
graphic novel.
No, that was my
Yeah,
whole
so-
answer. Like, I don't think I had any expectations that this was going to be a big announcement. And I think when Dark Horse Comics said at the same time that they had the concurrent announcement, most people did figure it out. So, yeah, like, fair play, Housemarque are cool, Returnal's cool. And a lot of people begrudge them, like, you can't tease something on Twitter and then it'd be underwhelming. Of course they can. Most things that get teased on Twitter go completely under the radar. They're going to have to try and get some attention for it, or what's the point in doing it? So, yeah.
Well, it might actually be a decent comic as well. Or we're just being a little bit harsh on them, to be honest. But did you play Returnal, Kane?
Returnal? I haven't actually tried it out. I've seen it.
Game, man.
Is it like a comic game or like?
It's like a roguelike kind of game.
Roguelike bullet hell.
If Returnal didn't come to PC, he didn't play it, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It did. It's on
It has come
PC.
to PC.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, it is on PC. But
they'll come
Yeah.
eventually. They're
Yeah.
calling
It is
back to
on PC now. It's really good. You should try it.
Returnals,
Yeah, well, it's not everyone's taste, but it's definitely mine.
There is a comic game that I have in mind, like it's coming out like the next 2 years. It's about I don't know, guys. If I think I've told you about it before. It's like about the last Ninja Turtle member.
oh yeah.
Oh
What?
my god! I'm so excited for this game.
The Last Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, it's like a dark phase of like Ninja Turtles where all of them, I think they die or something, and it's only one of them.
I don't remember this.
And he avenges them or something. It's very dark.
Just imagine an M-rated TMNT game that
Yeah.
you're the only Ninja Turtle left.
It's and the novel is so amazing. Yeah. One time,
I
weird,
actually
man.
love the idea
Where
though,
did that
because
come
you've got
up?
things like Liza P. They do like a dark telling of a classic thing, but do dark tellings of things that are still kind of current. That's kind of awesome. See more of that. Give
Yeah,
me Dark
that's
Pepper
cool.
Pig, where I don't
I'm
know.
so hyped for it.
A dark pepper pig.
Oh shit! People saying it's the last Ronin.
Yeah,
that's the name of it. Yep.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Such an amazing piece. Yeah.
I swear we've talked about this now. I'm going mad. Probably a good thing we're ending the
Dimension.
show. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm gonna check it out. So, I don't think it's actually a surprise to anyone, but like the ever increasing signs point to another Xbox. That next Xbox being a handheld. Tom Warren showed off, or Microsoft did, release this update where you can now on your console save the Wi-Fi passwords on settings for various different connections if you take your console to other places. Now, like, how often would you travel with the console? With the Series S, I could perhaps understand, but for me, that's an obvious sign that Xbox are doing a
Feeling the
handheld.
waters.
Yeah, they're
Feeling the waters.
They're doing it, man. At this point, it's yeah. It's
Can I
not-
just say, if this thing happens, I'm in it. Like, I know Asa will make another montage of him just throwing it behind him, but I will be super into the idea.
I am actually really excited for the Xbox handheld. Having conceded that Xbox can never get their hardware properly done and the power stakes, I'm actually looking forward to what they could do. Because I really like the Legion Go. I bought the Steam Deck, which my brother's cat destroyed, and I really wanted the Asus ROG Ally. The only thing that's stopping me from pulling the plug on the Legion Go and the ROG Ally is the fact that this thing is potentially coming out. And I think it could do really well.
Do you think a good question is if this is, because they're obviously, like, whether they're doing it or not, they're feeling it out, and we've seen lots of surveys go out that nothing actually even happened of, but so I'm optimistic for this. But do you think this is that so-called holiday hardware that Sarah Bond teased at?
I think so, man. I think they I don't know anymore. Like, this is a bit. A lot. The rumors suggest it's 2026. So are they going to reveal it so early? You've got the PlayStation 5 Pro coming out. Would it be tactically advantageous for them to reveal this? Are they even in competition with PlayStation anymore? I don't know, man. Like, Asa, do you think it's like this is the console that Sarah Bond was alluding to?
The holiday hardware is almost certainly the controller and the discless Series X that they teased a while ago. I'd be surprised if it's
That's
not that.
what I think too.
Yeah. The handheld is definitely on its way, though. They've said so much about it that it can't not be. And you're right, I don't really care. I might get some elastic and strap it to my face, sit there playing Forza outside Microsoft HQ while I continue my protest that I want those games in VR.
That's true. Yeah, they do this instead of VR. That's true. But I think they just see the success of the Switch or whatever, and I don't know. Like, I think I'm just, as I said, I'm with Asa that I think that control. I actually hope that controller from that leak last year is real, because I think it'd be cool. And I don't want it to just be, oh, now we got that digital Series X. Like, that's not exciting as like a thing to
cancel that
That's
thing.
boring.
like, yeah, like, I mean, as an option, sure, especially if it's like a middle ground $400 option, whatever, fine. But but I want that controller, and I think this, if they are working on this handheld version, it makes sense that they would like want to pair it up with whatever next gen is, probably. So yeah.
You got some mad
Maybe
crap muscles.
pairing it up is
PvG.
difficult.
Series
though. It
H. I
depends.
see in the chat. Series H for handheld. Yeah.
Don't
The
call
pairing
it
up
that.
with the next gen, though, is difficult because like, it depends how they position it. But if it's not the main console, then you're asking a lot for people to buy two things at once. So
a good point.
they've got a marketing and positioning issue if they do it at the same time. I'm not saying they're not going to do it at the same time, but if they want you to buy both, then they might want to stagger them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, would you buy this, Kane? Would you buy it? Well, look at you
Okay.
flexing, showing your muscles off.
Bro, I'm not doing anything.
I just looked at you, like, Kane, and he's like, oh. love yourself.
I'm just
We went to
moving my
Gamescom,
hand.
and literally the whole time, he was like Zoolander, he was just checking himself out the whole time.
That's such a great time, by the way.
That was amazing, man. That was
Yeah.
amazing.
So yeah, your question was about the digital Xbox. or
Would
the
you
hand-
buy it? Would you buy it? if
Would
they're
you buy a
doing this?
handheld Xbox? Like if it's a portable one?
portable one? I was actually planning on getting the Steam Deck, but I'm more of a PC guy, so I'd rather buy something more familiar with my environment. But an Xbox one, I mean, it depends if it has like. I go always for the better version of anything. Like if it's better than the Steam Deck in every way, then sure, yeah, I'll get it.
You know, Kane's saying that now,
Definitely.
it makes me think about like maybe that's why, because a lot of people are like, how come the Steam Deck doesn't have PC Game Pass available? And maybe that's why Xbox is like, we got plans.
Yeah, they can have an advantage with that actually.
Jess Gordon pissed a lot of people off today. Sorry, not today, this week, where he said some shit that pissed people off, and then the PlayStation Nation started heralding him as a legend and a hero when previously they just shat on his very existence. Which goes.
Do you
to
have context of this? Because that's a whole other topic that I would love to comment on.
Do you have the? I'm trying to pull out the tweet on for my Discord. Here it is. I found it. Shout out to the.
This is such an
Discord.
annoying story. I'm sorry,
Shout out to
but I
viewers
love
and
to mention
everyone.
it.
Yeah. So, like, Jez from Windows, this is Red Dragon's tweet, so I'm not going to read his tweet because that's just akin to absolute violent diarrhea. But in his Discord, Jez was very chatty. He says, all Xbox first-party games... Apparently, this was misquoted, but I don't see anything that controversial apart from this point. All Xbox first-party games are coming to PlayStation, even Forza and Halo. If you do that, Phil Spencer, you deserve to get fisted. Xbox will be more Steam-like in future. I don't know what that means. Affordable prices, that's good. Well, hopefully for scaled digital pricing. More open for devs, sure. Future Xbox hardware is going to be for fans who want it, which is kind of like what it is now. Xbox future hardware will be niche, like Steam Deck. It's a bit, okay, I can see it happening. Next Xbox will sideload Steam, which could be big, and I don't think they will ever grow in hardware, is what Jess Gordon said. And he said nobody wanted to give Xbox a chance, so this is what they get with a Sony monopoly. Oh shit.
So the main thing that's frustrating that I've seen a lot of people comment on this is that a lot of people ran with this as a story. Like as if this is Jez saying for a fact as an insider and credible that this is what Xbox is doing.
Yeah.
When in reality, it's just him on his Discord. It's just his opinion. It's him talking.
Crack.
And it's stuff that he's already said this previously too. And he's just like, yeah, I could picture Xbox going that route some point in the future. And a lot of people are running with this because he's just an insider that was chatting. But if it was true, don't you think he would have broken that on Windows Central? You know, like this is just him talking as a person. And a lot of people just ran with it as a story, like, well, he said it, kind of a thing. And so it's just it's a tough thing to be on the internet when I guess you have a credible voice. I guess
I know. And then he was doing a lot of like just trying to fan out the flames because the internet a bunch of fickle bunch and people called him a traitor and all sorts.
Nobody bothered to reach out to him. Nobody bothered. Like I did watch a video. I know you're not into Destin Gaz, but like he did this video and he's just like, I literally reached out to him and he's like, no, I was just talking. You're like the first person to even ask me about it. It's like everybody just literally screenshot the Discord and made it like an official public article on their site and everything. It's so
They just
crazy.
love drama.
Yeah,
you gotta love the drama. And the clicks. I did reach out to Jez and say, yo, what's good? I said, what's the overreaction and what's so outlandish in what you've suggested? Is any of that really out of the realms of possibility? Yeah, okay, Forza and Halo, that'll be a gut punch to the branding to me of the brand value of Xbox, but it's not even like out of the realm of possibility now. It almost seems like almost an inevitability now, no?
I don't know, it's weird because people obviously associate Halo, Forza and Gears as these like core pillars for Xbox, and all three of them are live service games, which are the ones that you would typically say are most suited to go in multi-platform. So it's definitely not outside the realms of possibility that they would at some point. Microsoft aren't like ignorant to this stuff that's happening, so I don't really do the guesswork. I don't know, maybe I did think so. I didn't follow this very closely at all. I think Jez did shoot himself in the foot a little bit by, as soon as this broke, he got defensive and reiterated that this is his informed belief, and the word informed kind of makes it sound like you do know what's happening. So he did shoot himself in the foot a little bit in terms of dismissing the discourse, but people are going to say things like it's a throwaway comment, it's not a big deal. So
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I don't even see anything that's crazy about that. But well, what can you say? Let me catch up with some super chats. I'm gonna miss saying that on this show. Just like I've noticed, I've tried to find ways of saying that without saying that. Let me catch up with some super chats. I hate myself when I say it. I'm like, say something different, Gaz. I always say the same things because I can't think of anything. Faisal, man, shout out to you with the £20 super chat. Also, someone I actually met in real life. Solid snake salute. Thank you, brother. Habibi, don't leave me. Elemento Pio, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I'll miss your saucy takes, brother. I expect more sauce shorts though on YouTube. Absolutely, bro. The sauce isn't slowing down, believe me. Shab's inevitable. Huh?
Isn't going anywhere. The sauce.
Oh no, it's actually gonna double down with the.
It's only gonna get harder.
What are we talking about now? Your penis on my channel. Look at you. 500 people watching you, by the way. Shab's inevitable. Thank you for the £2 super chat. Returnal Steam code, everybody. I'll get to play this track one more time. Shabs, always being nice and generous as well, right to the very end. Yadani Kozada, shout out to you for being a member for 31 months, man. I have a confession to make. I always confuse Yadani and Shabs for each other. I don't know why, but I don't know why. For years, I might as well admit it right at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have. I always mix the two. Love Console Wars, he says. Love Cerebral Ace. Love Pancake Gamers. Love Sauce. Love Isla. Love David Jaffe. Love Lil Nicky Marseille. Love Go Live. Mad love to you, Donnie. Sith Lord, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, may the 4th be with you.
Oh, it is May the 4th.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
May the sauce.
May the sauce be with you.
Star Wars shit though, isn't it? Joseph Wall after Dune 2, it's like can't even you copied that shit. Basic piece of shit. Saved on him. It hurt me. Joseph Wall with the £2 super chat. In Tim Dog we trust. That just makes you a pony. Joseph Wall, thank you again for the £2 super chat. If you're scarred to play Sekiro, wear glasses. I am scarred, but I'm not scared, and I will play. I will play Sekiro again. It's been very busy for 2-3 weeks for me. Justin Deal, thank you for being a member for 15 months. I'm glad I got to catch the final show live. Looking forward to watching you both on your separate channels. Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, that's important to note that we are not dead, and we will carry on forever. So that's the super chats. So this came out of nowhere, man. Like, I didn't expect that. Asa, I want to pick your brains on this one, man. You must have been suitably impressed and surprised and shocked. Starfield gets a 60 FPS mode on the Series X. Freaking Bethesda wizards. We always assumed, or I assumed, based on what you told me, and I still believe that I'm sure that's the case, is the volumetric lighting was a big reason why part of their vision, what they didn't want to compromise on it, and that's why they stuck with the 30 FPS. But then Starfield gets another 60 FPS mode out of nowhere, and I'm thinking, okay, you had a year's delay and you still couldn't deliver something that you delivered later on. I'm happy about it because I need to go back to it, but it's quite a feat, no? Like, we said, like, you said, or I said, I don't know. Someone said that's not going to happen.
No, I didn't say it's not going to happen. I always, well, especially recently when we were talking about Hellblade, I said that it should have happened, and they made like incorrect decisions in the run up to it. There's always been a lot of speculation from the outside, particularly in the run up to the game, that it wasn't going to be 60 because of strain on the CPU. CPU locked and all the rest of it. And then when the thing actually came out, and you notice things like if like Todd Howard was saying that it can run 60 sometimes depending on where you're looking and things like that, it all leaned very much towards it being a GPU issue, and in particular the most strenuous thing that it's doing is that lighting. That's the most impressive thing that you can see visually anyway. So weirdly enough, it running at 60 on the Series X now bodes very well for the PlayStation 5 Pro as a console, because it means there are so few CPU-bound games, like actually CPU-bound games. You've got Dragon's Dogma 2 and a handful of others that I couldn't name off the top of my head. But typically this console, the CPUs are pulling their weight and doing well if you want to play at 60. So it does bode well for that console, whether people want to take that link or not. Starfield being 60 though, I mean, it's a first-person game and it always should have been. So they've made the right decision to get it to this point now. I don't think they've shown us any footage of what it looks like in that mode yet. And there's also caveats on the option screen that says that really the 60 frames per second mode is intended for a VRR screen. Like don't expect to hit it consistently and solidly. It's gonna flux a little bit, but good for people that are waiting to play it on Xbox. For me personally, I'm probably not going to play it again until Shattered Space comes out. They've got this big update in May that's giving it 60 frames per second. They've promised already that we're going to have drivable vehicles in the near future, and we've got Shattered Space DLC coming towards the end of the year. So in terms of when you dive back into it, for me it's with Shattered Space, but it's definitely not bad news for anyone that they've done this. So.
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually great news. But KBG, are you going to jump back in?
I don't know if I'm going to jump back in, but I was just thinking literally this morning, I'm like, oh my gosh, they were so genius with all this, because they were really banking on the Fallout show. Like, look, if that show is successful, we can, as Bethesda, really time some stuff out. Like we could have an update to Fallout 4, have a series thing, and maybe while people are trying to get to know us too as the creators of Fallout, we can update Starfield as well. And like they I have a YouTube coach now, FYI, and he's like, he and I were like talking, and I'm just like, oh no, these content creators knew like Fallout 4, the Fallout show would be a great time to make content about Fallout. And I think that's what Bethesda was doing about like their games. Maybe, I don't know, but I just think marketing wise it's genius. But anyway, whether they did it or not on purpose. But yeah, I'm with Asa. Like, I don't think I'm going to touch this until maybe Shattered Spurs. If I do, Shattered Spurs. What am I doing today?
Shattered Spurs.
The Shattered Purse. You got to steal it from the mall. But yeah, I don't think I'll touch it until Shattered Space. And I do think the 60 frame stuff is cool. Also, 40 frames. That's really cool. You know, if you have a 120 hertz television, you could do that. I love it when any game has that option. That's so cool to have that middle ground one. But there's other stuff, you know, like they're updating the maps. Thank gosh. Something about like the inventory shenanigans. That part I didn't understand. I literally was talking with my roommate earlier because he was saying the stuff like, yeah, I'm gonna get back into it, and re-downloaded it now. That's what they wanted, FYI. And I was like, yeah, and they're gonna have a land vehicle, and he just comes around the hallway and goes, what? like
bro, all the things that people were saying, like,
it was so frustrating to literally just like run across this huge like that's what you're doing for ages. So thank goodness there's a freaking vehicle coming. I wish it was at the same time as this update. I don't know if it is or isn't. Chat, let me know. But
maybe not. Maybe actually, I don't know.
Vehicles are late.
Yeah.
Now the bitching part. I think some people in the chat noticed it, where it's like people they update the game and people still complain. That's the other half of it, where it's like, how come this wasn't in at launch? But I don't know. It's the whole debate of, do you get it or do you not? Like, do you update the game later, or do you just make it cut content? I don't know. Like that's a big debate. But
I mean, I kind of understand both sides. I kind of understand, like, all right, you kind of shipped it incomplete. You had the ability to release it with 60 FPS, with vehicles and all, and some substantive updates to the map and the iconography there. But at the same time, it's like, well, what you want them to do, not release the game, update the game. So it's a positive move. I'm not going to cry about it. Ultimately, I really enjoyed the game. So I will go back to it, especially with the 60 FPS, because that might change it, even if it's janky 60. What about you, Kane? You're a PC master race piece of shit. So,
he's like, I already had everything.
He's always mentioning me, Kane. What about you, piece of shit? Play games on Steam. How dare you? But I haven't played the game because the launch of Starfield on PC was just horrible, and the game just seems. Yeah, I mean, I think they needed a few patches, like to do some things, work around. Yeah, but the thing is, I find a bit like Todd Howard, like he said at the beginning, oh, we're not adding a 30 FPS, a 60 FPS mod because this is like the intended experience for the Xbox players. And we're not gonna
creative decision.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sweet little lies. And he said, oh, we're not gonna add vehicles because the intended experience doesn't. You don't need any vehicles with the game because we designed the game. And the way, like, you don't have to, you just walk and explore stuff. Like, there's no need for a vehicle. And now he's changing his mind.
I thought you were going to chat shit this entire show, but you brought a really good point.
Yo, fuck off! I'm a good. This is but he's. I don't know. He's changing many things that he said. This is like the creative decision to yap.
Todd Howard's lies.
Sweet little lies.
Sweet lies.
Yeah. And speaking of Fallout, I also I've been watching the show and it's amazing. Like
everyone says that.
I've never played any game from Bethesda, but it made me immediately purchase Fallout 4 and play it.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And what do you think of the game?
I mean, so far so good. I like it. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It makes me remember the Cyberpunk show Edge Runners when it came out. It basically revived the game and just a huge comeback. So it's the same. Yeah,
it's mad. You never even played a Bethesda game. That's crazy. The power of TV, eh?
Yeah.
A couple of little things, just like response on that. So I've seen a lot of people really angry that Todd Howard lied to them about the creative direction and all the rest of it. But in his defense, it could still be true. Like, it's not wrong to have a creative vision and release it and go, well, I was wrong based on this feedback. So actually, I need to make some changes. Like, an admission of being wrong based on feedback is all right. Maybe it might just be an excuse, right? I'm not completely defending what he's saying, but other side, maybe he's responding to feedback. The other thing is the TV series thing. I see a lot of people going, "Wow, Bethesda needs to restructure and like get another Fallout game out as soon as possible." It's quicker to do a Starfield TV series. Fix it that way.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
You're totally right, though.
That's a good shout.
Maybe Sony will release one
outside the box,
Spoken.
Microsoft.
For Spoken, TV show is not going to be helped.
Dude, it's so cringe. Like the lines in the game and everything. Oh my god.
Oh man, that kind of voice acting is terrible. It hasn't aged well. But yeah, man, Starfield. What was it? Who was saying this? And this is such a great idea. Someone, Paramount or someone, needs to freaking do a Mass Effect TV show. That would be
my god.
Yeah, please.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh my days.
Yeah, everything to work with. The lore, the novels.
The lore is there, characters there, the space exposition. So much shit you can do with a Mass Effect. I don't know. You know, it's a sad. Oh my god.
About the collection, you guys. You and Ben. About the Mass Effect collection because of you and Ben.
Oh yeah, I told you about it. It's a great game, yeah. Do you enjoy it?
It is. Yeah.
It's
I'm
fucking
enjoying it.
incredible. It's incredible.
Not to backtrack, but I think where is it? Who said this? Where is it? I lost your message. I'm sorry, whoever said this, but somebody was saying like the amount of a crowd that is the 60 frames per second crowd wasn't enough to warrant a delay for the game, and I personally agree with that. Like, if the game is running totally fine at 30 frames or whatever on the platforms you intend to release it on, they already delayed it a year. Do they delay it another year to get the 60 frame option if it's going to be essentially the same game that you were going to put out? I don't think the publisher would be okay with that. With the developer, yeah, probably. But the publisher, it's like, 60, it's okay. Like, we'll live without it. You know, we need to release something for this quarter to make the shareholders proud, you know, and as long as it's the game you wanted, then put it out, you know, as if it's bug free, go for it, kind of a thing. Like, so yeah.
No way should they've delayed it even more after a year's delay. And if in terms of a platform's optics, that would have absolutely shat the bed. The Xbox would be even worse trouble than it is now. In fact, the Game Pass subs actually saw a rise after a very long time because of Starfield at a very opportune time.
This is where the whole like user reviews for me come in. It's like people just kind of like there's a bigger picture here. I feel like you're not saying, but,
yeah. User reviews are part of the source, but they don't. It is the be all and end all of everything. Let me catch up with these super chatters. 10806. And why am I reading out the timestamp? Joseph Wall. Effing super chat on YouTube messes up words easily. Don't blame YouTube for your inability to type, Joseph, and you having a go at me for not playing Sekiro well. And he goes, Fallout 4 next gen exclusive to PlayStation. You wish. And he got Detective Sage with a $15 super chat.
Damn.
Detective Seeds, the undercover pony, who was on the show. He's been getting out. He's a pony. Just dropping in to show some support. Much love, boys, man. Much love to you, man. And honestly, thank you for the generous super chat. Detective Seeds, like another one who was part, like, on the comments on the show. Like, we started to chat. Then the Detective Seeds came on and became a guest and is guesting on loads of shows. Is that how like Gamsley turned up as well? You know, like it's just I like that. I wish we did a little bit more of that. And we had a really ambitious plan, didn't we? We had a guest focused show, and just a shame it didn't pan out. But thank you so much for that, Detective Seeds. Look, it's the final show, and we have to talk about what it's hitting me like so many topics that we won't get to talk on Go Live, like Hellblade 2. How is that going to be met? We'll never talk about that. Oh my days.
So many games.
So many games. Like, is that going to do well? Like, we never get to talk on it on this show. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, man. Like, Xbox's showcase, PlayStation's showcase is going to be shit. And you can't come at me and record this in the future because that's it. This part of GameOnDaily is dead. We have to talk about the new Xbox event, and it's been announced June the 9th, I think.
Yeah.
Huggy got it right. Bro, this, oh man, we don't get to talk about it. That's so fucking crazy to me, man. We'll talk about individual shows, but it's
gonna say we'll have our own things. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Well, the new Xbox event, which we will never talk about on the show, but it's happening. It's announced, and again, every year it's supposed to be big, but this year surely it's going to be big. It's teased to be massive. New IPs revealed, of course. A lot of stuff from all the powerhouses. It's just so annoying that Xbox have done third party by when they've got an Activision showing this stuff. Bethesda, all these big. What is that samurai sword, QBG? What are you doing? What is that?
I grab this whenever I'm on any show when I'm standing for a while. It's just
Bro, just hold up with a sword.
I can use it to like prop my hand on to like take some weight off, and I like put it on my neck. I have my like,
bro, your
put it on my neck
traps
to, like,
have gone bigger since you came on the show the first time. Holy shit! You make
Secondary
Kane look like he
missions.
needs to lift. Kane, look at your traps.
Bro, I'm wearing an oversized shirt.
Oh shit! Show me your traps. Don't show me
My
your traps.
traps? Oh.
I keep just going.
Anyway,
Look at him! Look at him! Look, he's just he's just posing. It's just like
I'm just cracking my
shut up,
freaking
man!
fingers.
Shut up. So the new Xbox event, this is going to be a big one, and they're also teasing a game that apparently is a beloved IP. They showed off this wolf symbol. It looks like COD to me, to be honest, but I don't know. What do you guys think it is? Like this, it looks like a COD reveal.
it's 100% Call of Duty. Like there's no. At first, I thought it was Perfect Dark, and I was kind of excited, but
my days.
when I look at it again, and then people were showing me stuff, I'm like, there's no there. This isn't even. I like the whole redacted thing, and it makes sense for a Call of Duty reveal to be redacted, with how it is, and maybe it even is a tease to the fact that it's probably Black Ops 5, because I think it's that studio that does the Black Ops games.
Treyarch?
Who is that? Treyarch? No. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, Treyarch do that. Infinity Ward do the good ones.
Infinity Ward did Modern Warfare. Yeah, you're right.
They're
I think
taking a
you're
break
right.
from Modern Warfare.
And
yeah.
Sledgehammer do some other shit.
Yeah, so yeah, it's whatever Treyarch's doing, and but there's even like, if you look at the blacked out stuff at the bottom right, it's clearly the Activision logo that's been like blacked out, and
Oh, really? I
it's
didn't see it that closely.
yeah, but the main thing, like the main obvious thing that like somebody solidified it for me, I'm like, okay, it's COD. Is there's like files in Modern Warfare that literally that Cerberus logo is in Modern Warfare, and it's like the same exact logo, and it's like, okay,
Okay. So
it's
basically COD.
So unfortunately it wasn't that secret, but maybe to the people that have no idea about COD or whatever, maybe like a couple of us, but yeah, it's COD.
I mean, now that Xbox is this big giant publisher, does Xbox really think it can get away with showing COD as a statement piece, which is obviously a multiplayer game?
It's really interesting because first off, it's going to be really weird to finally, like somebody pointed this out, Call of Duty hasn't been on an Xbox stage since freaking Advanced Warfare back in like 2013 or 14. So it's been 10 years since Call of Duty has been on an Xbox stage. It's pretty cool. But I was thinking about this, and I'm curious where you guys are at in the chat. I'm not a Call of Duty guy, you know, so when I saw that it was getting its own devoted direct, I was kind of like, kind of a thing. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, this is how we designed the guns and shenanigans. Like, what are you gonna do? I hope it's not even half as long as the Starfield one. I hope it's just like 15 or 20 minutes that they didn't want to take the whole show with. But then you ask the question, why are they picking Call of Duty to have this separate direct after the show for? And I think it's just to really help, of all the IP we finally got in the past 2 years of struggles we had, we have to really market the fact that we are now the people that own Call of Duty. And I don't know how they did it, because I thought there was some marketing. Again, chat, let me know, at me. I could have swore from the whole
this year, I thought.
No, I thought expired next year. Like, I thought from all the CMA FTC stuff, I saw January 2025 as the end. Either that or the game that released up to that point. Like, so I'm really I'm wondering if maybe the contract they gave to PlayStation, they had like, we'll give you this contract if you void that one, maybe. I don't know. But whatever they did, it's a big, I see Flash Jackson, it's a huge marketing opportunity. Of all the IP, you could say WoW, you could say Diablo, you could say Crash Bandicoot, whatever. But there's no better IP than Call of Duty to tell people we are now the owners of what Activision Blizzard does. So that's, I think that's why. And will they do it again? No. This is just the way that they're going to introduce the idea. We are the Activision people now. So.
Oh, okay. it's an important statement for them to make. Quite interesting that if it was up until 2025 that they've wrangled a way to actually market this thing in a presumably profound way.
The big question, will it be on Game Pass?
Absolutely.
I hope that got vetoed in the same way the marketing deal did. Because if that marketing deal got vetoed, then yeah, it probably will. But if it's not, whether it is or isn't, it's going to be a big story. If it is, then people are going to like, holy shit. And if it isn't, people are going to be like, what the fuck?
That's the thing. If it's not there, that's going to be a fucking shit show. But if it's going to be a shit show, maybe Microsoft would be so utterly stupid not to have that on Game Pass. If they actually care about Game Pass.
Is that stupid on a business level?
It
on a business level.
The business level is all about Game Pass trajectory and numbers. That's tied to Satya Nadella's bonus. It's tied to the perception of how they're angling through necessity or whatnot, how they gauge the success of this platform. It's based on the subscription model, and you're going to take away the key thing that could people call the disruptor in the space, Call of Duty on Game Pass, that could actually permeate the masses who might actually finally know what Game Pass is, and you're telling me that they take that away. That would be so dumb, in my opinion, KBG.
Yeah, I want it. Don't get me wrong, I want it. I like if they don't, then I will be like, I'll both be shocked and understanding, and I'm just gonna be like, wow, I didn't think they had the balls, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Because they reported, whether it's last week or this week, that like this is like our most profitable year ever, and we're not even through all 4 quarters, and that's just because of the merger. So it's like I guarantee you Call of Duty is a big part of that. So
yeah, I don't know. Avoid that word because they didn't say it was their most profitable. It's the most revenue, which is a very different thing that people would definitely pick out. The Call of Duty thing, Sarah Bond and Matt Booty both said that all of the games are coming to Game Pass. If there is any reason for Call of Duty not to come to Game Pass, they would have had that reason before they made those statements. So it'll be pretty freaking outrageous if it doesn't at this point.
And it ruins the image of what Game Pass is. Like, I get Game Pass because I am playing every first-party studio game day one. Mm-hmm. That's the big benefit because the PS Plus thing, they technically have like more than 3 times the amount of games if you actually look at it quantity-wise. The advantage of Game Pass, though, is you are playing day one first-party games. And if there's any of them that don't do that, then, that'll cause a lot of confusion.
Absolutely. And Call of Duty is the big one. After Call of Duty, everything is fair game. Then, everyone said Starfield can't make it. It's an RPG. You're going to give it away for the price of a subscription. They did it. And they didn't. It was quite successful. And they sold those limited edition things and masses of peripherals. Call of Duty, easily. It's going to be a force, man. Whether or not Microsoft's marketing is so shit, though, I don't think the Game Pass thing will actually make a difference. They're like, it's on Game Pass. What's Game Pass? And that's basically how it's going to be, because Microsoft sucks at marketing.
Do you know what? On the marketing that you talk about, I looked over my wife's shoulder before she logged onto her PC the other day, and on the Windows startup screen, it said Call of Duty is available on Xbox now. That's some reach that they've got, even without not putting TV screens and whatever out. Call of Duty is available on Xbox now. On the Windows, not on the start bar, on the screensaver before you even logged on. On their normal desktop things, little pop up. Yeah, I just saw that. I was like, that's an interesting little bit of reach.
Oh wow, that's a bit weird. Yeah, that is interesting reach. They're looking to really spread that everywhere, including mobile.
What does Kane think about this? I feel like
I mean, I have a view on it. It has like one positive side and one kind of a negative side. Obviously they're going to bring more players to the Game Pass platform on PC and Xbox, but on the other side they'll lose. Like, Call of Duty has such a dedicated fan base that they'll buy the game anyways. Like, I know some people,
and that's
they
don't
even care.
Yes,
I know some people who would, even if it releases on Game Pass, they're gonna buy it. Like, that's the thing with fans. So if they release it on Game Pass, they're gonna lose a lot of sales on PC. Like, people on PC buy games all the time, and especially like COD fans. So they're gonna lose sales to get more subscriptions. if that makes
Oh,
sense.
and subscriptions are like your drug dealer. You know, it gives like, hey, the first bag is free. You're like,
I don't know.
all right.
Like,
And then it's like, oh, by the way, I have some DMT. I'm like, oh, I almost wanted to try that. And bam, before you know
can
it,
get
you're
hooked.
invested. And he's your
but at the
best friend.
at the same time, like you could,
They're never your best.
yeah, it could be your worst for it, like your enemy, because then
Why? Because drugs
you-
are bad.
Yeah,
I Game Pass.
I think it's a
But yeah,
win-win
that's
either way, because like
yeah.
as was just said, you know, like if they add to Game Pass, their subscription numbers will probably go way up, but also the people that want to buy it are probably going to be
Gonna buy it.
primarily on PlayStation and Steam anyway, you know, and there isn't a Game Pass for that. So it's like either A or both, honestly. Like in this situation, we're still going to get COD sales. Maybe it's not going to be as high as usual, but we're also going to get a boost in subscribers. But we'll still get the sales and we'll get the boost in subscribers. You know, it's like you're getting both instead of just one or the other.
Yeah.
Because COD fans don't care either way. They're gonna, if they want to buy the game, they're gonna buy the game either way. Like,
Yeah.
I think so. I think they'll be keen to get the people on the subscription service. I don't think
it's
they're
essentially a smart move.
Do you think this direct though? Like, what do you think about it being a direct, like its own thing after the show?
perfect. That's amazing. Yeah, the last thing I want on an Xbox showcase is a COD like been taking up the time, which has always been a
Exactly.
multiplayer.
Yeah.
It's like I hate it. It's like I remember one of those like it's like 10 minutes of COD. I think it was a PlayStation show where they were showing it for ages. I'm like, yes, keep showing COD because I'm a piece of shit like that. But it was just like you don't want COD to take up the time of the main showcase because this is the fanboy in me. I don't know if this exists anymore. Yes, it does, but not like not as enamored as I was before. As soon as it starts, the clock is on. All right.
Yeah.
Show us the goodness. Go show the goodness. And you know when the PlayStation showcase was happening, and I had Blaze here, you could see Blaze was looking at the time. I was like, oh shit, this is shit. Oh, Cat Quest, fuck, what the hell? Come on, man, where is it? Gran Turismo TV show, no! And I could see the internal scream because I've had that before so many times at Xbox showcase events. And it's usually because of things like this, Call of Duty. Give it its own.
Takes up a lot.
I really hope, because usually when COD shows up, it does take up a lot, and so it being its own thing afterwards, makes sense.
At the Xbox reveal, Xbox One reveal, COD took so much fucking.
Oh man,
Yeah,
fucking.
it did.
The
Yeah.
Xbox One with the stupid fish with COD Ghost.
Oh, not with the dog, like the dog physics.
Oh, the dog. Oh
So
my days.
realistic.
Oh, the AI of the
my
fish.
God.
Shut the
I know. Exactly.
Disgraceful. How'd you insult us that way? It still pisses me off after 10 God knows.
One of
years.
the worst.
I just hope it really impresses. Whatever it is, I hope like the direct pulls in, because I think Call of Duty, even though it is like the most sold game every year, all the time, I hope it pulls in. Like I feel like a lot of us kind of, I don't want to say disregard Call of Duty, but you know what I mean. Like Call of Duty's just
I know what you
there
mean.
all the time. It's just
always
there.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this direct like really pulls in. I'm gonna call it. I might offend some people say this. I think Call of Duty, every gamer plays it, and it's for the casual gamer.
more or
I
less,
hope it pulls in the hardcore gamers, the us that are on panels and such. That like, you know, we've always just seen Call of Duty, but haven't really been that invested in it. And I hope that's what this direct does. But I did see something earlier that I thought was like perfect example of the whole buying stuff. Herbert said it, and he was like, Starfield. Perfect example. That was a game that they put on Game Pass day one, but they put it on Steam and it still sold hella hard, you know? And so that's a perfect example.
I'm telling you, man. Doesn't,
and you know, I wonder if like
cannibalize
that's
sales
what
that much.
I wonder if going forward they're gonna always do this direct. Like they're gonna always put a direct for whatever we anticipate will be our big game in the back half of the year.
That's.
I wonder.
Did they do that last year with Starfield as well? They had that 45-minute thing, bro. That was amazing. That was amazing.
And it makes sense. Like Call of Duty
Yeah.
will outdo Indiana Jones, and it will outdo Avowed. Like in terms of, you know, how big it's gonna be, it makes sense. So I wonder if they'll just keep up this every year.
I think also like the last Call of Duty bombed so hard review wise because it was a DLC. Like you had to download Call of Duty.
It
Modern
was
Warfare
good
2.
DLC, man. Modern Warfare 2 maps.
It was
Come on,
good
man.
DLC, not a
And
good.
it bombed so much on Steam and
Bro, they've
every
given
platform.
the reviewers have given some shit CODs
Yeah.
a better
But this
score.
should
I'm
be the
sorry.
comeback Call of Duty, like because in
This
Modern
was
Warfare,
lazy though.
yeah, MW1, like it was a very good game, like a
Yeah,
good
the
fresh
campaign was
compared to-
shit on Modern Warfare 2. This
Yeah,
one.
2 was okay, 3 was absolute shit. And now with Black Ops, they should make a comeback. Like they need this to be successful.
I think Black Ops though, if it is Black Ops 5, hasn't that had a pretty good track record though?
Yeah, Black Ops has been decent throughout.
Yeah.
the
Black Ops
last
been doing
years.
well. Like I hate, bro. You have no idea, man. I won't
fine.
repeat the stories of how Black Ops 1 broke my heart. I almost got ill playing that game, man. After Modern Warfare 2 sucked me dry, man. That game was incredible. But you know, the later Black Ops games, I will respect. It did really well. But if it, let me read these super chats before we talk about the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me read Spartan661. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. My backlog is ridiculous on Xbox. Since Sony has no games this year, I can catch up. Sony is a subjective console because of the piece of shit practices they have. When the shit hits the fan, I'll be there. Ooh, Spartan661 with some vindictiveness that Tim Dog used to have against PlayStation, and now he's passed it on to him. Wandering Dutch, thank you so much for the £5 super chat. Gaz, mother bastard, dipping on Gamescom to get hitched, now ditching to go live. Jokes, awesome, dude. Both of you guys. Glad to see you have your own channels and they're thriving. Shout out to Wandering Dutch, man, as well. It sucks that I'm not there at Gamescom, man. Kane, man, we could have chilled there. I got lit, but this year's very busy for me. Very busy. Sadly, yeah. Cult Classic Cage, thank you so much for the super chat as well. Shout out to Cult Classic Cage. Also had her on a couple of weeks ago. It was amazing. The chat loved you, and another person that we've just bonded through this on the show as well. It's just, yeah. I'm gonna cry. Joseph Wall with the £5 super chat. Spartan, the fuck you smoking? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Rise of the Ronin, Stellar Blade, Helldivers 2, Grand Blue, The Last of Us Remastered. You're doing so well, Joseph, until you mentioned that. We've had more Xbox games than Xbox. Oh, you piece of shit, Joseph. Apparently, Stellar Blade is actually really good, by the way. Randall Thor's been playing it. He's really enjoying it. He was telling me. He says it's a good game. I definitely want to play it. Joseph Ward, thank you for the £2 super chat. COD games oversaturate their own genre. They don't have their own genre. COD is not a genre. COD is a genre in itself, actually. Spartan661, thank you for the £5 super chat. First party games, according to PlayStation gamers, you have none. Good day, Pony. Oh, the Spartan661. The beef has started on the super chats.
Can I comment on that? Like last night, I was talking with some buddies, and they were like, because I was like looking at the I'm sure everybody's seen it at least some point. There's that action figure shooter game that like it's exclusive to Xbox or something. I forget what it's called. I'm sure somebody in the chat will say it, but like it looks so cool. I'm like, damn, it's not coming to Game Pass. Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Hypercharge Unbox. Yeah. And I was like, man, it's not coming to Game Pass. Oh, I might get this one though. And then I thought about it. I literally don't think there's any game that I have bought this year and probably won't buy this year because everything I want is coming to Game Pass anyway.
Yeah, man.
And that's because Nintendo and PlayStation this year, there is some good stuff, but nothing like, I don't know. So yeah.
No, I do kind of feel that as well. I'm not gonna lie. Stellar Blade being the exception, but also obviously Rebirth.
And
I've never played Rebirth.
FF7 Rebirth.
Yeah,
I just
absolutely. I definitely want. That's a. I don't know when I'll get to
Paper Mario 1000-Year Door for Nintendo peeps. Yeah.
Ivan Wakinov, thank you with a £5 super chat. Well, this is it.
Have you now?
They got you.
Oh my!
I just love Asa.
Legendary, man. I've been walking off.
I was thinking the same thing. I was just like, I think I know what he's doing there.
Wow. Wow.
Happened to you, man.
It's the last one. He can do what he wants.
That's a good username. The way I said it didn't even help. Oh my god. Well, this is it, guys. This last show. Oh, and one last thing. Happy birthday. Oh, now you even trolled me twice. Thank you for that super chat. Joseph Moore with a £10 super chat. According to Phil Spencer, first party game is one you fund. If a game is great, then first party doesn't matter. That only became a thing to say after Microsoft spent $100 billion to stay in the market. Shut the flip up, Joseph. You were here last generation. It was literally first party was just don't you dare, Joseph. But please check out my Sekiro streams. And again with Joseph, because Harry Potter is the issue Xbox carries Game Pass effect.
What?
Harry Potter is the issue Xbox carries Game Pass effect. What the frick does that mean?
Harry Potter isn't on Game Pass?
Maybe it didn't sell well on Game Pass on Xbox or something. I don't know what that means.
Oh, yeah.
Black Cobra with a $5 super chat. So what do you guys want to see at the Xbox event? Thank you. That's actually leading
transition.
to the next. Yeah, for me, id Software's next Doom on new IP. It's been 4 years since Doom Eternal. What has ID been cooking? So I love you, Black Cobra. He asked the right questions. Yeah, man. id Software, bro. I'd love to see anything from id.
Dude, I'm like, I want to jump in on this because literally there's two things at this show that like I live streamed this Monday and they're like, I noticed you don't really have those reactions where you're flipping your shirt or your chair or cry or whatever that much anymore. And I'm like, I just don't think there's much that gets me to that particular level anymore. But the two things that would is I will preach it every year. The banjo. That's never going to happen, though. Banjo-Kazooie. But also, whatever ID is doing. That is my number. That is my other. That, like, I don't know if it'll get me to that level. But what Black Cobra is saying is right. Like, Doom Eternal came out in 2020. Yeah, there was DLC in the year following it. And it's great DLC. It's like essentially
another really good DLC.
It's like an entire
last
half
episode
of the game.
Unplayed. Yeah.
Yeah, like Eternal Gods, I think it's what it's called. Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah. Really good.
But yeah, we ever since 2022, basically, we don't exactly know what's going on. So I think it'd be great for them to just reveal. And I brought this up in my video this week too, that leaked Bethesda timeline. You know, if anybody saw that from the whole FTC stuff, there's this document that showed what their like projected plans were when Microsoft acquired ZeniMax, and it showed their projected plans. Now, it didn't turn out like that, but everything was 2 years behind, essentially. Starfield was supposed to come out in 2021, came out in 2023. Doom Year Zero was supposed to come out last year. That means 2025. I'll be so stoked, man. I've been missing Doom a lot lately, and I really hope that Year Zero thing is true. I hate that was spoiled, but I really hope to see that revealed.
Yeah, definitely. I only played Doom on PC, but because I think it's made for PC, but that Doom reveal would be mad. That would be mad. But are you a fan of Doom, Kane?
Yeah, I played the first Doom game. I mean, that one, the reboot one, not the actual.
Oh, the old school game. One, yeah.
Yeah, and I absolutely loved it. But
you played Doom Eternal though.
I've been planning to play Doom Eternal recently, but
way better than the
have the time. Yeah, I've heard it. The mechanics and everything is way better. But what I want from them, like, to just revise the series. I don't want like something similar to the last one. They should like do something new with it. Yeah, it's like they did like with the second one where they like changed a lot of things and made it for the better mostly.
Yeah,
and the game was very great. Yeah, because if we get the same game, like I don't know.
It's ID. Yeah. They'll revamp in some way.
They're good. They know their stuff. Yeah, but actually,
and it might be interesting too if it's a prequel, because if you played Eternal Gods, I won't spoil, but it makes it a little bit confusing if they do a sequel. So Year Zero would insinuate it's a prequel. So I don't know. Maybe it's a much more vulnerable Doom guy or somebody else. I don't know.
Oh my god.
What I'm actually excited for is
With Fields.
is Arcane, because I'm a huge fan of Dishonored games.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I actually have something here to show. It's the
Nice.
last from Dishonored.
Nice.
Yeah,
For podcast listeners, he's holding up the Dishonored mask. It's cool.
yeah, from Corvo. Very
Oh,
detailed.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
How'd you
get that?
so much. I bought it off eBay. Like the collector's edition had been sold out like years ago.
That's
But someone sold it like for 40 euros or something like that. So I was like, I need to get this. Yeah.
Dishonored has his. Yeah, we do. Arcane do need to, and we know they're working on Dishonored, right? I'm pretty sure they.
No. So all
No.
we know for Arcane, like the closest project of theirs is probably Blade, because they just wrapped up Redfall for the Austin team. So then the France
That's
team.
not the same team. They like is it the
Redfall was
sorry.
Austin, and then Blade
Yeah.
is the France one. That is absolutely the case. They're both Arcane, but there's two separate teams. There's an
Which
Austin
one made
team, and there's
the Dishonored and Prey games? Like, are they the same ones?
Austin made Prey, France made Dishonored.
Okay.
So they have two different
Surprisingly.
teams essentially.
Prey was such a great
Which
game.
makes
I don't
it great
know.
because like that's what Obsidian does too. It helps to like they keep turning out games instead of taking 6 years to release anything.
And they're so
So-
different also, like from each other.
Yeah. So and that's why people are excited for Blade too, because the France team has had like a better track record essentially. I don't know if we'll see Blade at the show, but it would be cool. But I expect that to be like a 2026 game. But who knows what Austin's
Yeah,
working
Blade
on.
would be amazing. I don't think anyone's expecting Blade to be
They're
shown
so
off,
creative,
really.
like with their art and everything they do. I love
Yeah.
their world. Yeah.
Yeah, no, their words are quite unique. But Blade, I don't think we'll get Blade. Will we actually, Asa, what do you expect? Surely we're going to get something from Perfect Dark now, no? Everwild, no? State of Decay, no? This is the 2018.
I love that you're listing these guys because I have a point, but I want Asa to go.
Go for it, Asa.
No, I don't want to. Yeah, all of those things I'd love to see. I'd love to see something id. I'd probably prefer something Quake rather than Doom because Quake's
Yes.
been longer in waiting. And
Yeah.
like, there's obviously a lot of rumors going around and a lot of expectation that we're going to see something new from Gears, which is still going to be a hell of a flagship title. So
Coalition's next game.
guessing
Gears.
games in showcases is
They're
not and
cooking.
never has been my kind of bag, and I'm kind of relieved because we're doing this like 2 months in advance. If we had been carrying on this show, we probably would have done it every week for the next 2 months. In that regard,
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Hey, this is the last time you'll do it, so yeah. Oh shit! I'm sad again.
Gears is the elephant in the room, but like, but Gaz, I don't know if you have stuff, but it's just I just thought it was interesting you listed those Perfect Dark, State of Decay, Everwild, because
Yeah.
in my mind, I really hope this show addresses. By the end of this show, I would like everything that was revealed in 2020 to have had a follow-up. Because, and what I'm saying in 2020, that was a year that their showcase, they had so many cinematic reveals. Fable, Forza Motorsport, Everwild, State of Decay 3, Fable. Oh, wait, I already said Fable, did I? I don't know. But
Yeah, you
that
did.
was a year that they had like 4 or 5 cinematic reveals.
Everwild. Yeah.
And Everwild got re-revealed that year when it was revealed the year before.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, but it was still cinematic. We've
Seemed like
seen,
an engine.
yeah, we've seen Fable in engine, you know, the rough look of the game. Well, that's not gameplay,
Full
but you know what I
shots.
mean.
But yeah,
Forza Motorsport has been released. So Perfect Dark, State of Decay, Everwild, and I feel like I'm forgetting one. But those are games that we need a follow-up of some kind on. And
Yeah.
I'm really hoping at the show we've gotten something, you know, an engine look, a release window, gameplay, something, because it's been 4 years.
It's kind of
since that show.
insane. Like we're almost at the end of this generation, and we still haven't seen any gameplay from them. It's
yeah, it's,
cool,
it's ridiculous actually.
Yeah, and I see Jason Max bringing up Contraband, which that was in 2021, which I would love to see Contraband too. But it's like, I'm just saying that's a year later. So it's like everything from 2020 I want that year to be clear. We've gotten some kind of follow up. I hope Contraband, but I would accept if Contraband would be next year.
Yeah, I mean, and South of Midnight. I see a lot of South of Midnight and Clockwork.
There's so much.
There's so much.
They can't follow up on it all. That's what I'm thinking. They can't. Like if we got something. I think Clockwork and South of Midnight, we don't see that because they just revealed them. Yeah. And the next time we see those games is probably going to be when they're actually close to releasing. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Why are people when it's not releasing anytime soon?
Yeah, those games from 4 years ago, they better be close to releasing.
They need to be shown, man. Like every year, I'm like, everyone's like, oh, give them time, COVID plus 2 years. No, man. Now they need to show some shit, or people have some very valid questions to ask, especially for Perfect Dark and State of Decay, I would say.
I forgot about Perfect Dark.
A lot of people have.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of people have, and that's the problem. Well, I think it's good. The potential for this show to be incredible, but in terms of the abundance of announcements, is quite big. But KBG, do you think the bluster of the show or the impact of the show has been dampened by Xbox's third-party strategy?
Dude, it really frustrates me. So I did a video about it this week that, fun fact, people were like hooked. I don't know. I've had like the highest retention I've had in a long time on that video. So if you click on it, I guess it's hard to leave it. But try to figure out why that is. But anyway, and in it, I brought up, I just shared my thoughts on the showcase. But a comment that I kept seeing over and over is, man, it's going to be really cool to see what I can play on PlayStation soon and all that jazz. And it's just like,
yep.
Why? It's very frustrating. That it's just frustrating. But I think the answer to your question is yes. Yes, like it's been dampened a bit to know that, some of the things we will see here, they are not going to come to Nintendo or PlayStation day one. They're not. They're just not. We're not there yet. Maybe in the future we will. But for now, if you're at Xbox, you are going to play those games first for like at least the first year. And it's most likely going to be for new IP. Not quite Halo, Forza Gears yet and everything. With new IP and a year. So you still are watching a show that this is what I get first and foremost by coming to Xbox, by being a Game Pass person. So for the hardcore fans, it's fine, but for the flag wavers, whatever. But it's dampened a smidge. But we'll see.
I think it has. Kane, do you observe the console war from the outside peripheries? What do you think of this Xbox going third party and bringing its games to PlayStation? Does that?
I mean, let's look at the games that release on PlayStation. They're mostly games to people play with other people. Like it's
live service,
like Sea of Thieves. Yeah, live service games. Like, and the other one was an indie game that I think it's called Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah, these games they don't represent Xbox in any way, in my opinion. So, I don't know why people care. They just cared because Microsoft. It's just the names, Microsoft brought its games to PlayStation. But what are these games exactly? So if you take a closer look, they're not the face of Xbox.
They're not the face of the Xbox, yeah.
No, not at all.
When they do, some people are arguing Hi-Fi Rush was, let's make it the mascot because we're desperate. But the face of when the Halo goes on PlayStation.
That's gonna ruin the Xbox image forever.
Yeah,
there's no Xbox. But I think right now the hype is getting kind of insane for Gears of War. And I think it could be the hero that we need. I think it's the hero that can bring back some competition. But they need to bring this like dark, nitty, gritty vibe to it. Because I played Gears 5, it was very good, but I lost the feeling of like the heavy meat.
I think it kind of started with 3 too. I would argue. I think 3 was when they started transitioning to like there were still those moments, but 1 and 2 were the only times that they had that kind of like action horror feel.
Yeah, I mean, 3 was decent, yeah, but I think after 4, it changed. The whole vibe is changed. Like it feels like another game, in my opinion. They have the cover mobility, yeah, but the actual
It's just
feeling-
tone.
and toned. And the worst decision was going like for robots. Like you just killing robots. What's the fun in that?
Oh,
you want to send some
ruined.
blood, some meat.
I
some-
signed up for gore. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Some
No.
gore, and it's not dark. It's colorful, and it's not Gears' original vibe.
Yeah, I needed to do something different. Do I want to talk about my reload mechanic? This is the last show, so
Oh, no. Oh my god! Don't even mention.
I thought I'd plug it in
Come
there.
on, guys, sell
for a
it.
bit. So basically, it's like a quick time event.
We're resuming the topic. Okay, good.
Oh, chat, you'll miss my quick time event Gears of War reload mechanic. We won't even get to chat about it because oh fuck, I can't do it anymore. Fuck it. Oh, no, come on, man. Just a few more minutes. Oh, I'm sad.
But
Again.
Gears,
Okay.
yeah. Like, okay, so let's just address that elephant in the room, because that is like the biggest rumor surrounding this showcase is that Gear, like for the past couple of weeks, Gear 6 is gonna be there. Gear 6 is gonna be there.
Yeah.
Or Gear 6 is gonna
I'm
be there.
pretty sure Gears is gonna be
And-
there. Yeah.
Man,
while.
can I just first say, I hate leaks, man, because can you imagine just watching this show and then you just see like
I know, man. I know. I am there with you. We're so impatient with trying to get this news, but it would be nice to be surprised. I mean,
Because
we've
been
seldom
waiting
are
for that for
surprised.
ages, dude. It'd be so cool. Yeah, but anyways, it's gonna be cool to see Gears of War and Call of Duty in the same showcase. And somebody put this tweet up that was like this might be, I don't it could be possible, but for Halo reasons, I think it might be just 1 year too soon. But yeah, like seeing Halo, Gears, and Call of Duty in the same show on an Xbox show would be wild, because that's like
Halo,
the
Gears,
shooter
and Call of
trio
Duty.
that got us into the 360 era.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much Xbox. But yeah, you're right. Oh, those three.
but man,
I
Gear
don't think
6,
like
I hope if they do show Gear 6, it isn't just a teaser. Like I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, fuck that.
expect to see
No.
gameplay
That would not go
necessarily,
well.
but
That
I
would not go
want it
down
to
well.
like. We haven't gotten a new Gears game since September 2019. There was the Hivebusters DLC, which was great, so I'll give you another year for that. But like, whenever they show Gears, I just want it to be, maybe they show a cutscene, that's straight from the game, that's a cutscene or whatever, and then they end it with like 2026 or something. That's fine, do that. But
What if
don't
they did the Mad World like remix? All around me. Nah,
playing on nostalgia, man. I don't know.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe,
There's a new version of it actually.
Is it?
I want to use it. Yeah, it's very nice.
dude. Oh, and I hope it looks like it wasn't Jez that said this. It was Shinobi. Shinobi said was like, you guys, if you think Hellblade 2 looks good, you ain't ready for Gears. And I'm like, dude, I hope if they show this and they just show a cutscene, and it's like, dude, this looks
That's
better
what-
than Hellblade.
Yeah.
Are you
Before
serious?
Shinobi said it, Jez was saying this to us last year. He said, like, if you think Hellblade looks good, wait till you see Gears. And when people say that, and Shinobi's a pony, so I'm like, ooh.
Other than Ninja Theory, Coalition is the studio that knows that engine best. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been familiar with the Unreal Engine since like years. Like it. That's
They did the Matrix demo.
yeah,
It helped with
Yeah.
it, didn't do it.
Helped with it. Oh, yeah. It puts us in a good stead. And Fable needs to get a good gameplay showing. Like a lot of people were, including myself, doubting the bullshot. I want to see that gameplay as well. But there's a lot of RPGs. It needs a little bit of. You need to see so many RPGs on Xbox, so you want to show. All I'm saying is, if I hear the freaking Killer Instinct soundtrack, I will shit myself.
dude. I'll be with you on that. Like, I'm not even a Killer Instinct fan. I think I've said on your show before, I'm not even a fan. But I just admit, I recognize how huge of a freaking reveal that
I played Killer Instinct a lot. I would love to play Killer Instinct. If I heard that, I would Holy shit!
I hope it
You know-
just be the music. Just do the.
That's such a sick soundtrack for that game, man.
Please, and
But-
Mick Gordon too. I hope. Yeah.
Just do it. Just release the trailer, tease just the music, find the team to make it later. just do it. Just to keep us going. Pretty much worked for the rest of you. It's gonna be
And you know, it's cool to see in the blog too that they're just fully acknowledging, you know, like, and also this is going to be our first show with Activision Blizzard. So other than Call of Duty, is there anything you guys would like want to see on that front with like really to feel like Activision Blizzard is now part of Xbox? Like other than the Call of Duty Direct, if there's like 2 or 3 games that showed up, is it like saying WoW's on PC Game Pass now? Is it just an Overwatch update, or what do they do? They'll probably show, I fully expect they'll show the Diablo 4 expansion coming up. Fully expect that. Other than that, though, I don't know. I don't know what they do to really show that they're part of Xbox now.
Yeah, they have commitment to market this nowadays. Like they have to market these games in order to make money.
what would
And they canceled BlizzCon this year. That's a big point too. BlizzCon was supposed to happen. So if that's not happening, Blizzard's definitely got to have a presence here.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, this could be an E3 for the age or E3 or whatever. E3. Yeah, kind of.
This could be a crazy show with that many publishers and projects going on.
yeah.
They
And
have
partners
everything.
too.
If they announce WoW on just console, I think that'll be that's a big megaton moment.
If World of Warcraft is not coming to console, would you still want them to show it at this particular show, like the War Within expansions and stuff like that, as a PC release?
I think I would. I want to feel like they are part of Xbox now. Like I want to see a few things to really feel like, because that's what we haven't gotten. Ever since they closed this deal, there's been no feeling that they are part of Xbox whatsoever. So it's like, I want to feel that by the end of this, that, their stuff is coming to Game Pass finally. They just added a bunch. We're getting reveals through this show now. Like, that's to me the number one thing I want from this. Because otherwise, why did you buy them?
Yeah, I also love Blizzard's freaking cutscenes, man. I hope they make.
I hope we get that. That's a good one, Gaz. That's a good one.
They look
Get
so
at least
cool,
one
man.
of those Blizzard like cinematics in here. Yes, I'm totally for that.
CGI cutscenes usually can be wank, but Blizzard's ones are a whole event. Man.
Blizzards are the exception. Like they're the
I
exception.
use their CGI in my videos all the time because they're so cool, man. That's an event. That they should do that. If World of Warcraft came to Xbox, that would be so big, in my opinion.
There's a lot of people in the
it-
chat saying, "Wow, yep."
The thing I want from WoW, I seem to be like one of the few people who's just lambasting Xbox to do something with Activision Blizzard beyond COD. I feel like they have this burden to discharge, which got even bigger because of their cancellation of that survival game. That
Odyssey,
I want to see something. Odyssey, yeah. That I feel like I want them to do something like I know it's early stages. I know they just bought them or whatever, but WoW coming to consoles would represent the surest, quickest way they could actually say, hey, look, this deal, the $70 billion deal, is benefiting you more than just COD on Game Pass. Here it is. I expect some kind of really cool announcements as well, because they're trying to entice people on the PC side especially to Game Pass. So you might get something like WoW related, maybe to the subscription cost. Asa, would that be weird? Like, do you expect like a Xbox Ultimate subs get to play World of Warcraft without paying a subscription? Do you think that would happen?
I'd be surprised because like the amount that they're spending to keep Game Pass running already is quite high, and a lot of people are already paying for a World of Warcraft expansion that is kind of equivalent price to a Game Pass sub. So if you've got them paying that much for one game and then you say, well, we're going to roll that into these 400, would be quite an unusual decision and probably might rip the guts out of World of Warcraft's development budget. So hopefully not.
That's true.
But
Yeah. Well, there's. What else can we get from Activision Blizzard?
Kane, you have any ideas
I think like
to feel like
when it comes-
Activision Blizzard are part of Xbox?
Yeah, I mean, bringing WoW to consoles would be a good idea, but at the same time, WoW has its own like player base. Like they only play one game, so they don't even care about Game Pass, all that stuff. But I think they could
Pull in new players.
bring in no players. But I think the big move would be if they want to bring more Game Pass or PC players to Game Pass, they should release their Game Pass on Steam, because EA did that, and a lot of people like that. So been subbing to EA Pass on Steam whenever like sale come on or whatever.
How would that work?
run it.
It's through Steam. They have
the Game Pass
on your
is
Steam
like-
library.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Your Steam library is then filled with a bunch of EA games that says EA Pass.
Also,
And you just
Game
dump
Pass
each of them.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be
Hey,
a
man.
big move.
A lot of these rumors suggesting that Xbox might be doing something with Steam on their next console.
They've been releasing a lot of games on Steam, like Gears of War and such. Like a lot of their games are just on Steam.
Zach Riley has a good point here. He's like, wow, WoW sub is not coming to Game Pass. The ESO sub did not, so why would WoW? That's a good point. If ESO isn't on Game Pass, then why would WoW? So that's a good point. And as Asa said, it just business practice wise, that'd be kind of insane.
Yeah.
But I hope there's maybe like a benefit to you being Ultimate or something. Like if you're a Game Pass Ultimate member, I don't know what it would be, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's all we could get really though is just the Diablo expansion, a WoW Blizzard cutscene, and the Call of Duty Direct. I would just kind of hope for like one more, but I think all the Activision studios, maybe they're cut loose now, but we're not going to see whatever they're doing for a bit. And the Blizzard people, they're all working on WoW and Diablo and Overwatch. So and they cut the survival project. So it's like, I don't know. And they just got rid of, to me, the biggest deal, very personal to me, is the Toys for Bob thing that we know. Toys for Bob, they were with Activision, but now they're their own studio. They are working on something for Xbox, but I don't think we see that because they literally just started. So it's an interesting question. Like, I don't know what would it would be other than the staples.
Toys for Bob could do it like a Banjo is coming and that's a boom mega announcement.
That would be just total reveal. Yeah, but we wouldn't see it for a while.
The mega announcement for Kibaji, nobody else cares.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about Banjo.
Me in Paris.
Yeah, people do care about Banjo. Don't ask me why, but they do.
It's not Banjo. It's Spyro 4. It's pretty much confirmed.
Is it?
It's not confirmed, but it's like it's just heavily. Yeah, it's Spyro 4.
Suggested. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Plus, which that makes sense since it's like they want to. That's part of show. Maybe actually they do reveal that because that would help. Also, just like even though it's not coming out for a couple of years, this is an IP that we got through this deal. And it's not soon, but we just are revealing there's a Spyro 4 project in development. And I guess that would make, I think that's what, I just want that. I just want them to make us feel like they're a part of Xbox.
You just want it to happen, man.
I'm tired. Like, they closed this over 6 months ago, and I don't feel like they're part of Xbox at all.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing last week. Saying the same thing, man. They got to do some shit to make us feel like they've, like Bethesda, that wasn't really good. But Blizzard,
I felt like Bethesda was part of them so fast. Yeah.
There's a lot of synergy there as well. Yeah, but with Activision, I don't know what's going on, but the brand itself seems weird.
It's time to show that with this showcase.
Yeah, that's what they definitely need to do. Let me hit up some Superchats. Let me pull that up. So what have I done here? Myself. Champagne Supernova. Oh man. These names. Champagne, shout out to him. He goes, Konnichiwa legends. Thanks for the countless entertainment going to miss the dynamic duo every Sunday. All the best. Oh, you are in the future. You're in Sunday for you. All the best on the new solo ventures. Thank you so much, Champagne Man. Fick the ponies with the first £5 super chat. I love you guys. I mostly listen to you not live. You are better than the radio. What will I listen to now? One last time. Fick the ponies and up the box. Up the box. Anyway, thank you so much for that super chat. Honestly, appreciate it, man. Like you've been lurking for a while, and I appreciate it, man. Like, oh man. Joseph Ward, please no more. Emotional super chats. Cheer up. You, I can't read that. Play Sekiro tomorrow. And Fick the Pony says, what is your favorite games of all time? Well, this is the end of the show. No one will ever hear our opinions ever again, so we're gonna die after this. What is your favorite game of all time?
All right.
That sums up Game on Daily in Ace.
Never played any.
4 years. You're not playing it. What's your on the spot, Kane? Favorite game of all time?
Witcher 3.
You
I have
suck.
400 hours in this game. Ventured
It's
through
fine.
all of it. Yeah, the
Witcher 3. Okay. What
Witcher,
about you?
the Witcher genre.
I know KBG's game. Boom, go for it.
What is it specifically, though, Gaz?
Which Halo game would you
tonight.
like the most? It's gotta be Halo 1.
No. It's Halo 3, everybody.
I mean,
Oh,
can you play
That is
him?
Marty O'Donnell's signature there, the composer of Halo.
Oh, shit.
Copy signed by him. Yep.
Yeah.
Halo 3, everybody. That is my all-time favorite game. Kingdom Hearts 2 right behind it.
Good choice.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's cool.
You guess.
I don't have one.
Oh, come on. Okay, how about one of them? Like
Sometimes I
You're at
cheat and
gunpoint.
say the Master Chief Collection or the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. You can just like get a little bundle in there.
there's a gun to your head. Your family's in
I would
danger.
actually
You have to tell them a
say,
favorite game in 10 seconds.
I would have to say, that's tough, but I would say Halo CE, man. The first Halo. That was a moment, man. That game was
It was
so
a
good,
moment,
it just converted me to a whole platform, man.
Yeah.
I saw it and I fell in love with it. I just got a PlayStation, I looked at it and I just wanted to play it. And when I played it, I was just engrossed in it. Like, it was mad. I watched so many people playing it, watched clips of it for ages on TV to see the big Duke controller smacking against the sides of it and they're showing it off. And it's like, this is too good to be true. This is too good to be true. Halo is such a big part of my gaming, man. And I felt so invested in it, so emotional about it. Like you see in the videos on this channel when I felt let down by the developers who, didn't do what I wanted it to. So, Halo for sure. Yeah. But then it's a close one with Ocarina of Time, MGS1.
Oh.
Was that an orgasm?
I was just thinking about the collection is racing. I haven't played it before.
Oh.
He's like, he went back to Basra. Oh.
But
Oh.
doing some Arab vibes.
Yeah, it's like, oh. It's made this weird noise.
That's why I think it's funny. It was a question. Just like, was that an orgasm?
He's like, oh. It's bloody fantastic. Oh.
Bloody. Yeah.
Epic treasure shit! Onwards and upwards. Wishing you both all the best. Shout out to Epic Treasure. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for also gracing us with your presence on this show. Huggy chatting. What's up, bro? I wish you were here. We had to do it, even if you're not here. We need the new year of Call of Duty. Put the 360 gen CODs one at a time on Game Pass, which is probably what they end up doing. Bringing them back online. Give them each a few weeks. Bring back COD players to Xbox. Then the new one comes out in November. Absolute genius idea. Reinforce the fact that Xbox is the home of COD. Actually a really, really sound idea. Will Microsoft do it? No, because they suck. Shout out to 517 people still watching. Smash the like button. Spartan661. Don't smash the like button. What? It doesn't make any difference anymore. The fucking can't do it anymore. Fuck. Oh, one more topic. Fuck. Spartan661 with a $5 super chat. I found you guys during the pandemic. And the entertainment you have given us throughout the years has been amazing. Thank you for what you did for us. Bro, that's crazy that you frame it that way, man. Thank you so much for coming to watch us talk shit about games and our random skits and videos. Man, it's gonna be fun. crying about this in the last final show. It's not how I imagined it. Joseph Wall, thank you for the £2 super chat. What's the sound of the clip for donating $500? There is no sound. Don't do that. Don't donate that much money. We're about
Can I
to
ask
die.
something on behalf of the audience again? Because I've seen this question come up a few times. And can you guys, especially for the people that join late, just kind of summarize why is this happening? Because some people are joining late, and I will also, I don't know, like the explanation kind of happened fast earlier, so I don't know. I just see some people asking that again.
So another short version of it for people here, it is because Gaz is a dick. Gaz, do you have anything to add? It's not, right? Same, it's a repeat joke, that one, because I used it the first time, so I shouldn't have used it again. But essentially, how many years ago did we start Game On Daily? 100?
Like
100 years ago, we started Game On Daily with ambitions to make a massive social media, all-encompassing gaming platform that connected content creators and communities all over the place. And that hit many roadblocks and stuff along the way. Never quite came to fruition, and we had to shut it down. Essentially, we have to shut down the company that ran it all, that runs all of this. So it's not a big falling out. There's no hate or anything along those lines. We just can't keep the show going, and can only apologize and express again massive gratitude to all the people that are here now and all the thousands and thousands of people that have watched it over those years. It's a sad day, but an inevitable one.
It's just hard to maintain, I guess.
Yeah, it was, man.
Yeah.
It was. We tried. We had a very noble goals, didn't we, Aces, already? Like, leverage this, like, all the shit that we compare about, the media bias and bollocks and the big guys like taking over the coverage of games, and we want to rejig the balance and coverage, like empower the smaller indie content creators in the space so they can really have their time to shine. And in that journey, we kind of started from being small ourselves and went on this journey on YouTube of all places. But the platform stuff was so ambitious that the developer prick, if you're watching this, he's not watching it, but you're a prick. He's a prick. Basically took our money, didn't even deliver our minimal viable product, which is what we had. Me and Asa sat down years ago with this plan, and he stripped it away from year one, and he never delivered the product that we had asked him to, despite reassurances and then threatening legal action, but it never. The energy it would have taken to do that, the money, the time, and there's just, it's a lot. And then we were doing YouTube, we were like, let's just focus on giving something back to the community, just doing this YouTube stuff. And naturally, Asa, you did your own channel and you started enjoying being a public face despite being so introverted. That's a quite significant realization for you, surely.
Yeah, this was a wild part of the story because you always wanted to be a YouTube superstar and be world famous and have your face all over it. I remember discussing really early days. I was like, no, nobody needs to know our names or our faces. We can be entirely in the background. Then we started doing this, and weirdly enough, it was me that insisted that we do the cameras and things to, like, once we were doing it, we were going to do it right. And 800 years later, here we are. Just can't carry it on.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. We'll do it individually. It'll be sad though, but this dynamic was amazing.
I think that's what I want everybody to know, and I'd love for you guys just to mention too, but just generally chat. Like, these guys have their own channels. Like, that's what this panel is. We're creators, and they both have their own channels, so they're not going anywhere. It's just kind of like, this unification. They're still do their own thing. So just if you follow them enough, you know where they're both at, you know what they do. So and you guys have been dope, and it's been such a fun show, and I have to stop myself because I'll get emotional. But I just want people to know that you guys are still on the internet. It's not like you're dead or anything. So it's just a different form. So
I appreciate it.
And also, like, the silver lining, it might give you both a bit more freedom too. To
do our own kind of flex our muscles there creatively. No, honestly though. And Venomous Viper, thank you for being a member for 27 months, man. Cancel it now. We will miss you. What will you do next? And will we carry on doing our own stuff? I have some really ambitious stuff in the works. This is why I've been so busy. Even my own channel hasn't had any stuff. I think something ambitious is what both of us always strive to achieve. So just something different. And this next step was funny because kind of funny kind of went down. I want to fuck them up. The shit I'm working on is crazy. Big investments as well, but it's not dying. You know, each one, like Acer's doing new stuff. And speaking of Acer, Isla says Acer's channel is Gaming Arcadia, and it's also where you'll find your favorite moderator, her, exclusively from now on. So shout out to Isla, who's been supporting us, man, moderating both channels for years. From the
start,
man.
yeah. And I should point out as well, there's loads of people prodding me for not mentioning what I'm doing often enough. But we'll get into it a little bit more towards the end of the show, tell you exactly where to find us and what we've got going on. But one of the things that we have is there is a Nintendo podcast coming that Isla is actually on as well. So that's something a bit different.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Prince Green Kane says, Gaz, I hope you still use the same outro in your show. Love that outro. I can't use it, man, because it's shit. Yeah, Kane, you suck. No.
You prick.
No, the outro has to stay on this channel, man. It's part of the legacy. You have to keep it there. Yeah, it's part of the branding and everything.
You have full permission to use it. I mean,
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Maybe something in the future we need to do something for Septic Source. But yeah, man, like, yeah, it's just sad, man. It's just like we genuinely enjoy doing this show all the time. Like, I'm not even sure what I'm going to do on a Saturday unless I do my own show, but it's still not going to be the same. Just like trying to make Acer happy and failing. Huh?
It's like the Fast and Furious scene at the end where they like go separate
ways.
It's funny
you say that. It's funny you say that.
I was literally just thinking of that song before hopping on here.
You mean this song?
No.
Not this song.
No, please.
This song.
No. Yeah. No.
Oh, chat. Why? I'm so glad I'm wearing these shades. YJT99, thank you so much for the $3 super chat. I guess Xbox is still doing layoffs now on YouTube.
I saw a really good one earlier. Somebody said oh damn it, the Series S kills another project. That was a good one. We never escaped the Xbox tag. It's all my fault, but we never escaped that moniker because we were always there. Yeah. There's another good question here, Magnum. So who you guys replacing as hosts on Game On Daily? Is it crap or whatever? So like, is Game On Daily is there anything you guys can say about that for now, or is that kind of like not right now?
Game On Daily, the channel?
Yeah.
It's gonna,
because this was the last thing, right? Because Game On Daily's videos stopped, and it was just this for now.
This is stopping as well indefinitely. Yeah. Whether we can revive something with this channel, I don't think so. Go to Gaming Arcadia, go to Septic Source from here. But yeah, man, like it's just we didn't want it to end. Mataus, I hid you in the channel because you're a piece of shit. Yeah, I can say it, and you can't do anything. It's the last show. Please don't follow me into Septic Source. But yeah, man, that's it. Thanks, KBG, for just trying to bring that question up so we can actually give some context to people who are joining after the fact. Now look,
you got fans here, man. You do.
Yeah, no, we do, and it's weird. It's like you're building up momentum. You have fans. You have decent viewership every week, and it's just a stop. It's weird, but I guess it's good to stop like that, maybe. But yeah, we talked about Xbox and the future show. And to wrap up this show and go live, we have to talk about all the platforms. And it would be remiss not to talk about how we imagine, these brands are going to do. And PlayStation, the future of PlayStation. We talked about a lot about Xbox and, its third-party thing, and the community feels in a weird state of limbo, excited about this event, but just a little bit, I feel like they've, the hardcore Xbox community feel a little bit sullen about some things. But the PlayStation community also has some challenges as well. I think we need to talk about where PlayStation is heading, because I think if people are being really honest with themselves, I think for me, and it's not me trolling, and I'm going to introduce the topic this way, I think PlayStation the brand that people loved, that they associated with PlayStation. I think in last gen as well, they really formed that single player, third person kind of template, really gelled with PlayStation because of the successes of those titles in particular. I think some PlayStation guys are holding on to that, but I think and I'm not being disingenuous today, I'm just being honest. I think the PlayStation that people knew and love is changing in many ways to mimic things like on other platforms. Exclusivities may be in question here. The focus on PC, a focus on gas, whether you believe it or not. And I'll still look to PlayStation I always hope that it does the Returnals, it does the Gravity Rush, it does do something weird. That's the only way I would really kind of go back and take PlayStation seriously. And I'm looking at the PlayStation 2 days in particular because of just even the first party wasn't really that much of a thing. But PlayStation, Kimiji, it's a force, it's a market leader in the space, but it has its own set of challenges. How will PlayStation, do you see, what's the face of PlayStation in the future? How will it be relevant? Will it be still doing the same old thing with its exclusives and its sad dad games, or will it be able to carve out a unique space where it really still maintains that PlayStation brand really strongly? Do you see it remaining steadfast?
I personally do, because I think we're getting to this era that as Nintendo has been for years, for ages, they're not part of these whole comparisons because they're Nintendo. They do their own thing. And I think that's where Xbox is potentially going to. And I don't see PlayStation really shifting in how they do things, where they're holding on to the traditional way that they've ran for so long, while Nintendo does their own thing and Xbox is kind of innovating how a platform / hardware holder can be. But PlayStation probably keep rocking the same thing, and maybe open up multi-plat. But I think their games, they've figured it out, and you're opening up a very broad question potentially. But I think they have a new CEO now. Jim Ryan's out. And I hope that they start. It just sounds like they're figuring it out. They're cutting certain projects. Naughty Dog is like, okay, we realize this isn't where we're strong at, and blah blah blah. And they're gonna do what works, and I don't see that causing their downfall immediately. There's some people that might disagree with that, and the Walking Dead sad games and so on, but the games sell. And I think the main thing that they need to figure out is just their budgets for these games, as a lot of people do. A lot of people, it's not just a PlayStation problem, but they have to figure out these freaking budgets and why they're getting so high. And yeah, so I think they'll still be around. But God, I wish we knew what the heck was on the horizon for them, because they're keeping such a tight lid on that.
They need to really open that up this year with their showcase event. What do you think about that, Kane? You play? You are more of a PlayStation fan than you are an Xbox fan.
Yeah, I've played quite a few games now on PC, especially, and I've been loving them. I'm not gonna even lie. Yeah, I think they're gonna continue doing their own thing. These tough games that they're doing right now, they're just gonna widen their genre up, and I think they're gonna build an ecosystem on PC, like a PlayStation application there.
That's what a lot of people are saying.
Yeah. I think it's real at this point, because there was some stuff leaked, and you can basically you just have a PlayStation system in your PC when you have PSN or not PSN, but the whole ecosystem of PlayStation, trophies and such. Yeah. So I'm excited for that, because I really want.
As a PC player,
as a PC player.
So that's quite significant. You were saying that.
Helldivers 2 changed things, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, and I think the new boss, he said, we gotta change a lot of things, because they've been
whenever there's computing.
Yeah,
It's gonna
they've
be
been losing money, so they have to make up. Like they got to profit more in order to survive. So I think that
There's a bit of squeeze
PC
there.
Well,
Absolutely.
they're trying to be on
Yeah.
mobile too. They started mobile division, so
So they're like expanding to PC and mobile market at this time, and I'm for it. Yeah.
Yeah, especially as a PC person, absolutely. Hoggy, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Because PlayStation and Nintendo hardware are also down pretty bad last quarter. All platforms are down 24% last quarter in the US, according to NPD. AMD saw 48% lower revenue for gaming and expects worse throughout the rest of the year. Absolutely. We were giving a hard time to Xbox, but it's a universal thing across the board. I kind of expected maybe because of the growth phase and where we are in this generation.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. Okay, you're right. Yeah.
It's the end of the generation. Like you don't expect sales to be the
Not
same
the end,
throughout.
we're kind of tail end, yeah.
Not the
Tail
end, yeah, but yeah. Like,
Yeah, it's going down. They
Yeah.
themselves have said that actually. But Acer, PlayStation and its future, how do you imagine it will carry on? Status quo, existential challenge, galore, relevance?
Do you know, they don't particularly go all in on any one thing. We've seen when Xbox a few years ago were really going all in on Game Pass and cloud, PlayStation were hedging their bets a lot more. And they're going to continue to do that. The thing that Hagi said about AMD and their 48% loss in demand for console hardware is going to impact Sony in a big way. And it's because, well, not entirely, but it's one of the biggest problems that they have that I think is going to really hurt them for the next 2 or 3 years, is that they haven't been able to get the price of the consoles down, which makes this completely different to any previous console generation. Because it's always been the case that you expand the audience by bringing the price down. You've got the launch price, but 2 or 3 years later, if you want to keep on expanding that audience, you need to meet the people that didn't want to pay that launch price. And they have not been able to do that. And they are not going to be able to do that in the next year or two, as far as we can tell from what's happening with the hardware prices. So that's going to hurt them and shift their focus. They've obviously not got their actual CEO in place. And I hope the current guy doesn't do too much to shift strategy, because I hope whoever comes in understands gaming and kind of delivers the kind of things that we want. I will say, though, I don't see them walking away from the Sad Dad cinematic games in the near future, because that is like their bread and butter. It's relatively, like, it's a big budget, but they've learned to mitigate the risks on that. And you don't get really good at something and then go, fuck it, games as a service everywhere, right? They're going to keep doing what they're good at as well, because it has worked for them for a decade. So, yeah, I see them hedging their bets and doing a lot of different things, and I'm not overly concerned thinking they're going to be all doom and gloom or anything like that, despite this little dry spell they're going through right now.
Yeah, no, that's well said. I don't think they... I'm just wondering how they do it. They may stick to the Sad Dad, but I think we'll see them maybe being more diverse in their budgets, perhaps, to deliver those kind of games. Because I think the audience is starting to not just have an affinity with AAA all the time. With the tools that are available with Unreal Engine, it's just smart utilization of these tools. They may be able to deliver the same kind of experiences for less. Or hopefully they can.
I think at the end of the day, actually, Gaz, they're gonna continue money hatting. They're gonna keep trying to get that, because that's what PlayStation's always had. That's kind of kept them in the bag.
Yeah,
it's having things that you
that.
can't play anywhere else from even non-first party studios. They're gonna keep on trying to do that.
Absolutely.
And it will be interesting if they aren't able to, like Square Enix has said, we don't intend to do that. And Sega has been really holding hands with Xbox lately on that front. So it's like, it'll be interesting to see how long they can keep up that money hatting if people let them, but that's probably the thing that'll make PlayStation unique, is that a lot of third-party partners will probably be like, 50 million PlayStation users, sweet. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it would be interesting to see where it is, where PlayStation ends up. We just want to talk about this show. Okay, stop. Existential crisis. Rambling Entertained with a $5 super chat. PlayStation 5 is right now in the Xbox One era. Day and date started this year with Helldivers, like Xbox started with Ori, an IP they own from a dev they don't. Ooh, maybe? Doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, they are following a lot of strategies that Xbox started to do last gen, so we'll see.
Joseph Wall, thank you for the £2 super chat. And we were live. I know what that reference is. What about Nintendo? No one gives a shit. Thank you so much, everyone.
God damn it! There was the new Nintendo console rumors this week, and we didn't talk about that.
That's what I'm go for it, man. We have to sum up Nintendo.
It's not much. I mean, it's just rumors too, but
well, they're gonna have to release a new console. They're gonna. It has to be weird. It has gonna be unique. We're all gonna buy it, and they're overpriced games.
That's it.
What?
With how successful the Switch was, do you really think they would deviate too hard from that? From the first console since the PlayStation 2 or Nintendo DS, the first console to come close to selling as much as those. Do you think they deviate much? I don't think much, but maybe a little, but not a lot. It's risky. It's risky if they do.
I don't even know if Nintendo know what they're gonna do, but Nintendo deserves the benefit of the doubt in terms of coming up with ways to really intrigue us. Maybe a smell-o-vision console. I don't know what they're going to release at this point.
The rumors. So I'll jump on this. The rumors is basically the next Switch console. Let's call it the Super Switch. I still think they should do that. It's going to have magnetic Joy-Cons, I guess, which weird. Okay. But and it's going to run it's basically going to be the same thing as the Switch is, but it's 4K when it's docked and it's 1080p when it's handheld. It's not going to be OLED. It's an 8-inch screen. Big thing that I'm happy about is, again, these are all just rumors. The way, by the way, this came about is there's an accessory creator for the Switch that kind of gave out these details. Like it literally was coming out from people that actually design accessories for the Switch. So that's where these come from. And yeah, he was saying that it's going to be backwards compatible. Thank God. Oh, yeah. Because why would you do that when you have, again, the third highest selling console of all time, and you're going to say not backwards compat? Get out of here. Yeah. But yeah. So in terms of Nintendo, that's potentially what they're up to, and I think that's why they're silent too. I think PlayStation maybe is silent because of the PS5 Pro, and I'm wondering if they want to have a blower showcase to showcase that. And Nintendo is for sure doing that. They are holding on to Metroid Prime 4 and the next Mario and all these things because they want to have a blowout of a show that's like, this is our next system. Buy it because these games are coming to it. Yeah. And Nintendo will keep functioning, man. They're doing stuff too that's ancient. They have online. They have an app that you can talk with people. So stupid. Just go on Discord. And they'll have some things, but they just make great games. That's all they do. They just make great games, and that'll sell their system. But we'll see if they ever innovate more. But whatever they're doing, it's working. You know, like it's working. Yeah. So,
and I hope it carries on working, man. Well, what more
and they never put their games on sale. Ever. For more than maybe like 20%. So
still waiting for Breath of the Wild.
That's how we end the show.
Not even a sequel makes it go on sale. Not even a sequel.
What about you, Kate? Are you a Nintendo fan? Do you give a shit about their games?
No, I just use the emulators to
play their games. Games will come to PC. It's because their games will come to
PC. I'll play Zelda before you guys. But I think they have PC games so many things like on their sleeves. They're gonna have a big show, like we said. Yeah, they have a lot of things to do. Yeah, like
Nintendo.
I'm so hard for Metro. Like this, the game is so legendary. Yeah, and also I think they're gonna release like an OLED version of the new Switch and the regular version. Like maybe that's a thing. Because
a retro version?
No, OLED
version. Did they release one already?
Of this normal Switch, but the new Switch is also gonna release. Like people have been talking shit about Nintendo for not releasing a new hardware.
Currently, the past talk for the past year is that they're backing off of the OLED thing, and they're probably just doing that to make cash. Idea. It's a bad idea, but they're doing it because 2 years later they'll release an OLED model that'll sell. It's
so money hungry. Like they did have the Switch.
They are because they know it works. That's the frustrating part. They know it works. They will sell
games. Sell here for like about €75. like, and after a whole year, like imagine like paying.
Nintendo will get away with it, man. They'll get away with it because
It's the Jesse Pinkman thing. They can't keep getting away with this. With something in the background, but they will.
But they will, and they always do. Asa, will you be chucking Nintendo consoles across your shoulder, behind your shoulder on your channel, or?
I've actually really learned to love Nintendo because they're about 20 years behind the rest of the industry, but 20 years ago was a good time. So when everybody else is like deep diving into microtransactions, I'm like, oh, Nintendo's suddenly quite appealing right now. I might have a little check over there and see what's going on. I definitely want better hardware from them. Their hardware needs to be fit for my TV.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even a good TV, but the Switch is underwhelming. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to whatever Nintendo do next, honestly. And actually, I really like their lack of online infrastructure because I freaking hate people on the internet. Not all of you here, you're all wonderful. Don't get me wrong, people that are watching, but the toxic online lobbies, they don't exist on Nintendo's console because they don't have online lobbies. They've got these stupid, cute little ways of chatting with people, and then you just talk to people you actually know, friends on Discord and stuff, and I actually have a really good time when I do play online on that system, even though it's stupid and prehistoric. So they can keep on chugging away 20 years behind, and that suits me just fine because 20 years wasn't a bad time. Like,
it wasn't. It definitely wasn't.
I thought like they copyright creators all the time on YouTube, and it's
they
very
do.
annoying.
They're pricks that way as well.
They're really pricks, yeah.
They are pricks. That's true. But we love them. But they're still pricks. But that's
They make good
Nintendo.
games.
Yeah, they do make, and that's the most important thing.
Make great games.
YGT99 with a $2 super chat. Sony potentially buying Paramount. Any thoughts? Who cares?
It's just TV stuff.
Yeah.
It is kind of wild, though. That is.
It's a huge
I don't know.
company.
24
I compare
billion
that to
or
when
something.
Disney bought Fox, which at the time that was pretty insane to me, and now Sony doing this with Paramount. That's a big deal. Like, I know we're gamers, but just the super chat, that's a lot of IP that Sony would now own, just like Disney did with Fox. And like, I don't know if we'll see that bleed into the gaming scene, but if there's some kind of Sony subscription, wasn't there a Sony subscription that you got like the Last of Us episodes or something? I thought they did that.
No idea.
I could have swore there was some kind of TV thing. So we'll see. And maybe that'll be something. I don't know, with Paramount.
Oh, another subscription. That's great. That's what you need in the TV space. Chat, everyone. I think we've rounded up and talked about everything. Spotted 661 with the $10 super chat. Are you going to be the final one? Thank you, Asa and Gas, for your entertainment throughout the years. We love the show that you did every Saturday. You are both amazing YouTube content creators. Do your thing. Rest in peace for an amazing channel. Thank you so much, Spartan661. Before we do our outro, well, this is outro time. Samurai Kibiji, you are one of the first to grace us on this channel, and now we get to say goodbye at the end, last episode. All I have to say is just sincere, massive thank you for supporting us all these years, man. It's gonna be a sad moment. Yeah. Tell the peoples where they can find you. Oh man.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
I love you, man.
Yeah, it's I said this earlier that I thought it was really poetic that if this was the last show, I thought it was really cool that I'm extremely honored to be on it. But then I thought, it's really poetic too, because I was there when you guys were starting this, or like roughly, I don't remember if I was the first or just literally in the first couple, but regardless, I remember seeing you guys start this, and it just blows me away how far this came. And I really want to congratulate the two of you on that, sincerely.
Thank you, man.
And yeah, like I got on this because of my Series X reaction, which got me into the Xbox documentary too. And it's just in the past few years, I know this is supposed to bring me up, but yeah, like it's like I said earlier, we have our own channels, and if you like my stuff, it's just Samurai Kibiji on YouTube. Like, and my thing is, I just love topics to bring up with people. I'm trying not to be so much of a news channel. I'm really starting to learn that. and I'm trying to deliver. Oh, I was supposed to bring. I bought this book that I want to show, but I'm trying to like tell my not perspective on things, but try to tell my story on things rather than perspective. Yeah. And I think that's what happened in the latest video, to make it much more personable instead of just this is what could happen and such. So I really I hope to connect with you guys there, and obviously on Asa and Gaz's channel. And I might be bringing back a sort of show of my own, codenamed Good Game. I'm really thinking about that lately. Towards the end of May, I would like to bring some form of it back, and maybe you'll see these guys on that show. I'd freaking love that. So that'd be a great reunion to have. So yeah, just Google me up. I'm gonna play more Harold Halibut tomorrow on Twitch. Great art direction in that game, by the way. Holy crap! But yeah, so it's been great being on the show, and thank you again for having me on. And I'm glad I got through that without crying. So.
Thank you so much, man. I almost got to, I was almost there. But honestly, it's an honor and a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for being part of this throughout and the end as well. I really, really, really appreciate it, man. Thank you, Tony. Kane, you similarly, from the start to the end, from the montages to all the talks and Discord calls and the incredible work that you do, man. Thank you so much for
it's been a pleasure
being a part of the show. That every show it ended with you and a piece of you. That
I'm so proud of you guys, like both of you and Asa. I've been here when the channel had like literally like I think 200. Subs, and you weren't even uploading stuff. So like I was there from the get-go, and it's been a pleasure. Like I've enjoyed every second of working with you guys. Like you actually brought me back to this, like to my passion. Like you've always been driving me to be more creative, better video editor, and just bring more content to this platform. So I'm thankful for you, like forever. For motivating me to do this. Like you've been not only like a friend to me, but a big brother, honestly, that I never had. Yeah. For other people who's watching, like I've known guys since I think 10 years or so. Like we go way back, even before that.
Counter-Strike is where we met, right? No,
and 4G.
And 4G, that actually brought us together, like Asa. That's crazy.
Oh my god! I was like, I think 15 or 16 years old. I'm 25 right now. It's insane.
Oh man, it's crazy. And even then, you were so talented. I was pretty young there as well.
But I'll continue like to do more stuff, edit more videos. Not about gaming, maybe about gaming, who knows. But yeah, and I'll do a Dune video because this guy has been haunting me for
a video on Dune, for God's sake. His montages are mad. He's got like 1 million views on some of your videos, man. It's just freaking Dune.
Man. Dune. I'm gonna do something for Dune, because of you. But you can go to my channel, Cam Production. I think you guys have said Cam Production
and Isla,
so many
last time. It's a guest
God.
thing on the chat. Isla, thank you so much, Isla, over the years. Absolutely.
Yeah, but this feels heavy, man.
Oh man, it is.
Remembering all the times. Weird. It is like you just have this feeling inside you. But I just love this journey, and it's gonna be in my memory forever. Yeah.
Likewise, man. But all of you, everyone in chat, all of you, Samurai, Kane, all of you, man. Thank you so much for just joining us and supporting us on this journey, man. Thank you, man. Asa.
And to everybody that's been on, all your guests, man. It's always been great.
Absolutely, yes. Cole, everyone, Rand, everyone. So many people on this show, man. Thank you so much over the years you have supported us. Just so many names to name out there, man. Like it's just crazy. Thank you all. Just too much to name. Thank you. Sincerely, thank you so much. Asa, one final goodbye. What are you gonna say before I read these super chats?
We We have to talk about what we're up to, don't we? Because obviously this has been a massive part of our lives for a lot of years now. It is separating. If you've been watching, if you've been like really paying close attention, you probably noticed that we are actually quite different, me and Gaz. And like we get along fine, but the communities that we're building are also quite different. And really, like, pick your poison, because they're both going to be brilliant in their own ways, as far as I can tell. I'm not a console war person, never have been, never will be. I've got a whole community of people that aren't. So if you're anything like me and you want to play games outside of that environment, then Gaming Arcadia is the perfect place to go to. And I'm not saying that with any judgment against the people that love the toxicity and want to get involved in that back and forth in the console war and all the rest of it, because then you've got the Septic Source channel and Discord and all the rest of it as well, which will also be brilliant if that's where you live. I should plug properly because it is the last one. So at the moment, I've got the Arcadia Roundtable podcast, which is a broad gaming podcast covering everything. That's on a Tuesday with myself, Darge Knight, and Chris Grinnell. Wednesday still has Q&A, so which has been running for like almost 100 episodes now. And that's just a conversation with community that people seem to love, so it keeps on going. Thursday, we have an Xbox podcast, the Xbox Series podcast with Deadly Headley and Gamsley, which is, it's not a cheerleading podcast, but it's just focused on things that Xbox fans are interested in. And on Fridays, we've got a Nintendo podcast coming, which is equivalent. It's just focused down on Nintendo news, because sometimes it's difficult to bring those things together. People don't necessarily want to hear about it all at once. Sundays are always community games, and we'll be doing something to fill the void on a Saturday as well. There'll be loads of stuff going on. So if you are interested in any of that, please do hit the Discord link, look at the YouTube channel. My reviews are starting up again as well. Got a review for Pyre coming at some point over the next week, which is an odd choice to start with, but it's a very fascinating game. So looking forward to getting that video out and getting the ball rolling on all of those. And to echo what everyone is saying, it has been an adventure. It's been a ride. I can't say enough how grateful we are to everyone that's come along and supported this while we talk shit every week, especially Gaz.
Absolutely.
So, thank you.
Thank you so much. Honestly, thank you. Let me read these super chats before we go the final set. Joseph says, play Sekiro. I will, and you'll see it on my channel. Jones, thank you for the €2 super chat. Asa Gaz, I love you forever. Likewise, man. Kids Move, shout out to you, man, with the $5 super chat. Damn, my Saturdays will suck now. Love you guys, man. Mad love, man. And thank you again for joining us as well on the show. Fick the Ponies says, UK's a joke. We lost Ant and Deck, and now on Saturday we lost Gaz and Asa. Patrick, remember, for 23 months. It was a fun ride, guys. Very glad I stumbled upon this channel. And Hagi Chani, as he says, all good things live long and prosper, chat. Thank you so much, everyone who's made this channel special, man. Thank you. Hit the like button one last final time, or the dislike button. We are so grateful for your support over the years. And Nariko, it's an end of a chapter, but life goes on. Goodbye! Take care.
I can't press the button.
Do it.
I'm pressing it.